Hale, you joined off the wrong person.
That worked.
There you go.
2-1, signing in on 12, out.
On this is Jeremy Regional and Charlie.
2-1-2-2, do you got a final head count, or are we still waiting on some of your billeted members?
Alpha's all here, staff time.
Everyone is supposed to show up from
Copy.
2-2's here.
More steps, Santa Cruz.
4-1 has one confirmed en route.
Roger, 4-1.
Kavira, stand up.
2-1, we waiting for anyone else for you?
Kavara.
At this time, negative.
You didn't transmit on 1-2, by the way.
At this time, negative.
There you go.
Alright,
Ready.
I'm gonna go consume chicken, so.
Devour that chicken.
No, it's
Nah,
fucking
beat me
fried-
to it, damn it.
fried chicken.
Oh, hell yes.
Am I allowed to carry an AED in this training? Okay.
Hey, Schuster, where's Dominguez?
So, you know.
Alrighty. Jeffrey's bouts Rich. Slide in with 2-2.
Oh, so you're checking in on 12.
I'm Charlie Clock.
Caddy. Caddy?
Sorry, as always.
You got 0331?
Absolutely.
Go 4-1.
Yay.
Robertson 2-1.
Alright.
Where'd Big go?
Alright, thank you for the patience, fill-ins. Just wanted to make sure that everyone that
he went
said
back
they're gonna show
into
up, actually
Bravo.
showed up.
If you want us to do the shuffle again, just let us know.
Schuster, you on this net?
Apollo checking in 3-1.
Lima Charlie, Bravo, were you on this net?
Jeffrey's gonna run with Bravo.
Hey, Hansenberg, ask him if he's, ask Schuster if he's on, 3-1.
No, tell him to get on 3-1. He's not. Tell him to get on 3-1.
Tell him to get on 3-1.
Kilborn. I told him to we do
Copy.
have
Hey,
other,
where's, Dominguez?
and just not talk
Acting team leader coming in.
Dominguez messaged me, said he's gonna be out. He got the Rona.
You got the what?
They again?
Dominguez got the Rona and feels like shit. He's still out.
I have one.
Copy.
Just, if you just want to come with me, Kilborn, double check that I got it. Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Then Schuster, you get Robbie.
Any
Do you want
chance
bouts or
4-1's
myself to
gonna
keep
be
laws?
using mortars at all, so I can talk to them about shit?
Right on that.
Negative.
Got it, understood.
You're with Bravo team. With Connor.
Touch my butt. Touch my butt, Jeffries. Touch Holiday's butt.
I'm sorry, where you want me.
Give it a good
Alright,
squeeze.
I'll go talk to her.
I need you with, Schuster, if you wouldn't mind.
Raj. Schuster, what do you need me to run?
Also, Santa Cruz is with you, Schuster.
What are you, rifleman, automatic?
I'm running CLS, just so you know, Guevara.
Automatic rifleman. Robbie, can I grab you,
You're one.
rifle kit?
Set it.
You hear me,
How
Guevara?
many you waiting on?
We are all here.
Guys,
Copy,
I'm
2-2.
running CLS.
All good, right?
4-1-2, you all here?
One's on the way.
Still waiting on one?
I'm running Grenadier
Yeah.
CLS.
Copy.
Lotus, we
I'm running
expecting them
Grenadier
before
CLS
step
at
off, or
current
should we
volume.
just proceed without them?
We can probably proceed without them. I already asked. He said a few minutes, but I haven't seen any sign of them.
Roger.
Adam, your billeted personnel, you have yourself, Wise, one other, what, Kilborn, right?
Apollo 2-1, 12.
Yeah, and Kilgore is the one coming.
Okay.
Take it 1-2.
You want to stay active?
To Apollo 2-1 on 12.
Lima Charlie.
Send it for 2.
Filbert messaged me on TeamSpeak saying Arma is taking longer to launch than usual, but he will be here just maybe a few minutes late.
Okay, Roger, that's fine. If you want Hale to fill in as a different role, with 2-1, that's totally cool.
How many copies? Follow actual 3-1.
Send it.
Filbert is on his way in, and Doc Hall said that he needs him to fill in as Apollo. Do you want to run with one of my rifle teams?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you want me to change out to?
Christensen, what do you need?
Grenadier, I believe.
They're fine.
Grab a Grenadier kit for Alpha.
Is he
Sounds good.
What?
I was making Manzenberg.
Yeah, I'm grabbing. I have a Grenadier kit on.
Oh, my bad. Need the AR then.
Apollo, actual, be advised, we actually need an AR kit, not Grenadier.
AR, got it. It might take me a minute to set up.
There should be default kits that you can pull from.
Alright, Archer 2.
You'll just need to grab a radio.
That's fine.
But do you want me a CLS or just plain AR?
Plane. Plane.
Plain AR.
Wait up. What's...
Santa Cruz, are you running CLS?
You want to lock it up?
So you go.
Lock it up.
It is. All right.
Well, one's a villain, one's Archer. Kilgore. I think he just got in.
Alright. Archer 2, how's everyone doing tonight?
Gil?
Good, LT. Kill.
Again, appreciate all the fill-ins showing up. We got a lot of people in LA, and we lost a lot of people to school and whatnot, so good to see all the alumni coming out. Alright, so we're going to be continuing with the TNR for the month. We are going to be doing Urban Assault and Mount, going through a little short classroom, some dry runs with the walk portion, and I will preface this. For the run portion, lower your view distance, literally somewhere between 500 and 1,000. If you've seen a kill house before, I made us a kill city. So I did kind of create us our own mini Fallujah to have some fun with. So it will be a bit of a slog, but we'll get a lot of practice on it.
That sounds fucked.
Alright, so we're no major announcements tonight, unless Gunny Caddy, if you want to address the platoon at all with your recent maneuvers. Other than that, unfortunately, due to life, Gunny Caddy will be stepping down to reserves from company.
Yeah, this is going to be my last little fill-in, my little shindig for a little while. I've been training in a new job for the last 6 weeks or so. My wife just started school last week, so yeah, real life unfortunately is taking a little bit away. So you guys need somebody that can fill in the spot a little more than I can right now. So I'm gonna give it the last little hurrah tonight. Then I'm taking a little break. So that's all I gotta say.
That congratulations to PFC Biggs, got selected for a 1-1 Charlie, I believe it is, Biggs, fire team lead.
Yes, sir.
So he'll be leaving us shortly here once that's processed, so this will likely be his last event with Archer 2 as well. But it was nice having you around in your short stint back so far, and I'm sure we'll see you around soon enough.
Hey, firm. Thank you, LT.
Other than that, Gunny, no NCOs, correct?
Negative.
Alright, Gunny, they're yours.
Copy. All right, we're going to go through the knowledge questions. For those of you, well, I think everyone here has been through at least one of our platoon trainings. But every platoon training, I'm going to ask you some knowledge questions. If you want to have the sheet up in front of you, you can, but that should have been passed out to you by your fire team leaders or whoever your next frontline leader is. So we'll go ahead and get started. Private Manzenberger, did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, Connie.
All right, so when do we use online formation? Okay, go ahead and go up off whisper, please. If you don't know the answer, just simply tell me you don't know the answer.
Yeah. Online formation is for your attack. It's when you're strong in front and back, you're weak on your flanks.
Pretty good. So basically, it's when you know the enemy's position, when your flanks are secure, and when you're in the assault. You basically need those first two before you get into the formation. Then when you get in that formation, you should assault fairly quickly, because just like we can move around, so can the enemy. You do not want your flanks unsecured, because basically your whole whatever formation, whether it's fire team, squad, or platoon, you're all going to be in impaling fire to your flanks. All right, good. Jesse Holiday, you here?
I'm here.
What are the three different types of AT weaponry we use?
3 different types of AT weaponry would be the Maws, the M136 AT4, and the M72 Law.
Very good. That's Corporal Kilgore. You here?
Yes, Gunny.
What's the mission of the Marine Corps Rifle Squad?
I don't know the answer to that question, Gunny.
Who's your team leader?
That would be...
That would be who?
Sorry, my mic stopped working. It was Sergeant R.D. Martin.
Okay, and he's not here today. Sergeant Hodis, can you make sure that he gets that basic infantry skill sheet? All right, some other Lance Corporal below. Who wants to answer that question?
I do, Gunny.
I will, Gunny. No.
Who was the first person who asked?
Holiday.
I don't know who I is. All right, Holiday, send it.
The mission of the Marine Corps Rifle Squad is to locate, close with, and destroy the enemy by fire and maneuver, or to repel the enemy's assault by fire in close combat.
Very good. I want everyone in this platoon to know that. That is your mission. You're either doing that mission or you're supporting that mission. For you 4-1 guys, you're supporting that mission. For the rifle guys, that is your mission. That is your base mission. No matter what you're doing, that's going to be the basis of everything else you build upon. This is what Marines do. You either do that mission or you support that mission. Doc Hall, do you have any medical questions you would like to ask?
No, not today.
All right. All right, Lieutenant, with your permission, I'd like to go ahead and get started with the walk.
Proceed.
All right. So I monitored y'all's squad trainings when you did the joint squad trainings not too long ago. Y'all covered out pretty extensively. I kind of bounced around with your fire team trainings and your squad trainings. Heard a lot of good things. Y'all were pretty extensive on your coverage. So we're gonna quickly cover some things. We're gonna go quickly into the walk and into the run. So right now we're gonna do the crawl. So what's the words we always hear when we start talking about mount? I wouldn't call it a catchphrase or a trigger word or anything like that, but what do we always hear when we talk about mount?
3D environment, Gunny.
That's correct. 3D environment. Oh, I'm going to pick on the private again. Private Manzenberger. What does 3D environment mean?
A 3D environment is where the threat can be on any side of you, above, or, in theory, below.
That's correct. So basically what it is, you're no longer just watching the horizontal plane. You're also watching the vertical plane, because you could have a 3 or 4 story building either right beside you or a little ways away. What this also means is it seriously disrupts your 3D security. A fire team can no longer cover all sectors in a 3D environment, because your 3 sectors are north, south, east, and west in a fire team, correct? Well, now you have up. There's not a person to cover that. So you need more than a fire team. That's why a fire team really shouldn't be doing mount. You could be doing mount in a single building, but overall, like moving through a city, a fire team really can't do that. They're too small of a formation because they can't cover all their sectors. Can they do it in a pinch? Yes. If they absolutely have to, sure. But it's not ideal. Another key for mount is squad-to-squad communication. Because a lot of times, myself and the lieutenant can't be up at the front because the whole platoon is going to be constantly leapfrogging. If the lieutenant's right next to the front, the point of friction, people are going to be constantly having to move around him. So we're going to have to be a little further back. That also means when you get to a danger crossing, can anyone here tell me what a danger crossing is? Non-NCOs. Non-NCO, what's a danger crossing? Anybody?
Where there was a big gap between two buildings.
Right. That could be an alley. It could be a street. It could be anything. But anytime you don't have cover to your sides, and you're going to have to make some sort of a crossing, that is a danger crossing. That's where the enemy can observe you from farther distance away. That's extremely dangerous in a mountain environment because every door, every window, every nook, every cranny, they can look over walls. There's just so many different things they can hide behind. So every time you're crossing a danger crossing as a squad or above, you're doing it basically leapfrogging. So the first people to get to that corner are going to set up security. The next unit behind them is going to leapfrog across, and then the rest of the platoon is going to follow. And so now that lead unit now becomes the trail unit. You're just going to keep doing that as you move through an urban environment. That means there has to be lots of communication between the squad leaders because you're going to know what's happening at the point because you're in direct contact with those frontline leaders. And those frontline leaders are going to constantly be cycling. Anybody have any questions on the communication part?
Negative, Gunny.
Negative.
Now, as a squad leader in the ASL, one of the things I struggled with when we did mount was forgetting about 412. Because they're not ever going to be a security on a corner. They're usually going to be watching down the road one way or another, the main road you're traveling down. It's very easy to kind of forget to utilize them. You guys need to utilize them. When we get into our run, myself and the lieutenant are going to basically step out of this because we want to see how the squads communicate with each other. We'll probably be giving you orders, but as far as the overall running of doing all these danger crossings and maneuvering, that's going to be between you squad leaders. Any questions on that?
Negative.
Negative, Gunny.
All right. 2-1, I need 2 volunteers. Take one step forward.
Hearts move. Oh, that's fine.
I started to ask for volunteers, not voluntold. All right, you two with me. We're going to come right back here and set up on this corner. You guys go ahead and break it down in a school circle. School circle around me right here. This is going to become extremely important in an urban environment. If you come up to a corner, Captain Robertson, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get on that corner? When you know you have someone right behind you.
Get low, Gunny.
Then get low. Or he's going to go down on a knee. Why is he going down to a knee?
So that the guy behind him can shoot over him.
That's right. So if he has to shoot something out in front of him, he can if he has to. Now, the captain's going to move up. He's going to peek around that corner. And Christian's is going to be covered about facing me. Because he's usually going to have 2 other people behind him, correct? You're going to be doing this maneuver as a fire team. Now, if something happens, you need to have enough room where Captain Robertson can move off to the side without bumping into Christensen. So if he starts taking fire, he has room to move into cover. So don't stack right up against him. It's the same thing if you see one of 412 guys, Captain, stay there. Get back off the corner, Captain. If you see one of the 412 guys laid down here on the corner, if he starts taking fire, there should be enough room for him to roll out of that and get out of fire. So make sure you give them a little bit of room. Any questions on that?
Negative, Gunny.
Negative, Gunny, Sergeant.
When you start going through this town, that's one of the things I want to see. The first person on that corner, he's going to get on that corner, he's going to kneel. And typically what he'll say, I mean, it really depends on how you want to work together. As long as you're communicating, that's fine. You'll see me get on a corner and I'll say, staying low. That lets the guy behind me know that if he needs to shoot over the top, he can. He's not going to cap me in the back of the head. And sometimes you hear the guy behind. If the other guy doesn't say anything, he goes, I got high. But communicate. Make sure you're communicating. I know we harp on MCOM, but honestly, in a 3D environment, once shots are fired, make sure you're communicating as best you can. All right, you can go rejoin the formation. You don't have to get back in formation. You can stay in a school circle. Just get back out here. Anybody have any questions? Like I said, you've all been through this training just a week ago at squad, and I observed all the different squad trainings, and y'all were pretty extensive on your training. So I know 2-1, it was pretty much verbatim of what I taught them a long time ago. If you have questions, ask now. That's what this is for. All right, I want 3 chalks, 2-1, 2-2, and 4-1-2. 2-1, set up a chalk right in front of me. 2-2, set up to their right. 4-1-2, set up to 2-2's right. All right, 2-1, go to the flagpole, go to walk start.
I walk start.
Walk start.
By highway, check.
2-2, falling behind them.
For conditions. Not need to get out of condition 4.
Clinton, what's your team's numbered at right now? How many guys you got?
I've got
The Alpha
a team of 4 and a team of 3.
Alright.
Excuse me. Wait. Christensen, do you have 3 or 4?
3.
3 and 3.
Hold on.
Apologies.
Okay.
He has 4.
Oh, I have 4. Sorry, 4 with the fill in.
Okay, that's what I thought. 4 and 3.
Roger.
I didn't realize I had a fill in.
Yeah, they threw me with you.
So again.
Captain, you got a hitch in your giddy up?
Check through one.
Hey, HM2.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm throwing iPro in your backpack. I can't have you not with iPro.
I just grabbed the default loadout, so
You were stuck in a...
Am I allowed to have a C-tab as an AR?
There you go. No, you're not.
Ah, that sucks.
But you're good now.
That's our, do you have
Should
a
be in your
hitch
backpack.
Thank you.
Not anymore.
Very well.
I'm hesitant to go anywhere right now because I don't want to get
Because of what?
And it's
I don't get shot.
3-2 on the 343.
Yeah, 3-2.
Vrabel, I hope.
Okay.
Cool. It's a
Well, it's the walk portion,
You know
not
what?
the run one, right?
I hope I am too.
2-1, we should still be condition 4.
Condition 4 if you weren't already.
Mabry, condition 4.
I mean, yeah.
Condition 4.
It's yeah. There's no mag, and it's on safety. That's condition 4.
Nah, he might be glitched out for you, maybe.
What?
He might still see a mag even though you don't have it in there.
Oh, okay.
All right, everyone should be here. Everyone follow me, please.
Hale, you good?
Yeah, turning down my settings.
It's okay. Actual Alpha, I had 1 DC. Should be back here momentarily.
On the sidewalk facing east.
2-1 on the sidewalk, south side facing east. And copy, Alpha, I saw that. Let's just set up south side on the sidewalk facing east. Go ahead and get past me.
Pushing past,
You guys in the back still hear me?
pushing past Staff Sergeant.
Yeah, we can hear you. From over here.
Chister.
Alright, so that road that's just to our east and moving and that travels off to the south, that's the road we're going to be clearing down. There's no pop-up targets, there's nothing here. You should still be condition 4, which is magazine out, weapons on safe. You can have your weapon up, that's perfectly fine. The main thing we're wanting to train on here is you've gone through the transitions as a squad, but it's a little different when it's a whole platoon. So as a squad, you're on both sides of the road, correct?
Yes,
Gunny.
So as a platoon, it's going to be one squad on one side of the road, another squad on the other. That's why that communication is so key, because it's going to be basically your front elements of each squad is going to be doing the security. You're going to send a fire team across the danger crossing. Once they secure the other side, the whole rest of the platoon crosses. That lead element that set up security, they're now going to be the trail element. We have a couple different intersections we're going to do. We're going to do a T intersection to the right. Then we're going to do a 4-way intersection. Then we're going to do a T intersection to the front. Unfortunately, this is a circular town. There's not a whole lot of long, straight roads for us to go down. But again, you guys covered a lot of this at squad. I was pretty impressed with how well you covered it. You were pretty extensive in your training. So we're not going to go a whole lot on this. All right, 2-1. I want you to move forward and set up on that corner.
Go on, let's take it out.
Copy, moving caution right.
Rest of RT2, follow behind 2-1.
Alpha, we're behind you.
Going low, staying low.
Bravo, we're behind you.
Covering. Go.
All right, hold. Schuster, get back. Remember, we want the whole squad on one side of the road. We're not going to split. That's what you would do in a squad level, but at a platoon level, we need to get 2-2 now to move up and take the other side of that road. So Schuster, get over the top of Robertson and provide more cover down there. And a Cruz, you're going to be watching off at about 070.
Roger.
2-2, move up, take the opposite side of the road, set up security.
Aye. Fire team leaders, when you hit a danger crossing, I need to know that we have a danger crossing, and I need to know when it's set so I can communicate with the rest of the platoon.
No, sorry, if I wasn't clear, I'm at the opposite side of this road heading south.
Crossing,
So basically
crossing.
set up security over there just like 2-1 sitting on this side. That was more than a fire team. Remember, gentlemen, always send a fire team first. If they take no fire, then the rest of everybody else follows them. But never more than a fire team. That way, if they cross that road, there's a machine gunner down that road, and they get mowed down, you're not losing your whole squad, you're just losing a fire team. If you're at the squad level, you send a buddy team. At platoon level, you send a fire team. 2-2, you all set? Watch these people doing back here. There you go. Go ahead and cross.
I'm having armor issues. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, crossing.
Yeah, we're going south. They're basically setting up on this road to start moving down it. Make sure you're utilizing 12 squad leaders. This is all y'all's communication. I'm not going to give you a whole lot of hints. I'll stop you if you do something wrong, but other than that, I'm not going to give you a whole lot. But 2-2, you set?
2 ready to go. We're set. Copy, let's push it up. 2 on move, parallel with 2-2.
We're gonna move parallel with 2-2.
We're moving south.
Bravo's gonna be front, we're gonna be behind.
Move to the first danger crossing and hold.
Bravo.
Danger crossing on the right. Hold. 2-2.
One reports danger crossing right side.
Peeking. Going low.
Hey, Rich.
Yes.
When you cross that, you can glance at it, but as soon as that other guy behind you's there, you need to be covering front. You're the point man, so you have to cover front. You can glance over there, but no more than that.
Roger.
Crossing. 2-1, you got out of that intersection, so I can get across.
Crossing over.
Alright, hold here.
Take my
Hold here.
Yeah, got you.
Alright, here's our first danger crossing, and it's only going to be one squad because of the T intersection to the right. So 2-1, what you're going to do is you're going to send a single fire team across. If they take no fire, then the rest of the platoon goes ahead and follows. 4-1-2, you're going to be in the rear. You're going to be covering down the road both ways. I know you don't really have anything to the rear right now, but make sure you have someone watching there. It could be an ammo bear or whatever it needs to be.
Alpha, you'll be the team that crosses.
4-1 copies.
2-1 whenever you're ready.
Bravo, you set?
Covering.
Bravo set.
Alpha copies. Right,
Double time it, let's go.
Notice how they're leapfrogging. That security element isn't moving. So, this is Alpha, correct? So, Hearts, you're going to get back here on this corner. You're going to cover down this road, too. Because if there's someone up on that balcony up there, that cover team on the other side is going to have a very hard time seeing them, aren't they? All right, so security set. So 2-1. Go ahead and radio to 2-2 when you're ready for them to go ahead and cross. The whole platoon can cross this danger cross.
Alpha set on the other side of the road.
And then what element is it?
Bravo security.
On 2-1 here.
On security. Or you said Alpha.
Okay, this is Alpha right here?
Oh, no, negative, Bravo, sorry.
All right, so Bravo, you're going to now be the trailing element of 2-1. Go ahead and radio up on 12 and do your crossing.
Security set on the danger crossing. Let's move.
Roger, send my squad across.
Let's go. We're moving, Bravo.
Bravo, move. You go first, we'll trail.
So we can keep on moving? Or do I have to push up a little bit? Do I have to push up a little bit first base or what?
Move, Jeffries.
And Christian, as soon as 2-2's on line with you, continue moving.
Bravo, across the street from you,
Yeah, we're gonna continue moving.
Hey, Firm, he's got you. Get on yelling hearts.
Alright, where are we?
Security, you have side security. Get that rifle swung around. There you go. Alright.
Danger crossing front.
Okay, hold at this danger crossing. Once you're up to this danger crossing, set up security and hold.
I'm gonna look low.
I got
Christensen, I got far.
Alpha should be point team. Bravo in the rear.
2-2, you need to get up on this corner.
In between Alpha Bravo Swenson, or do you want?
Yeah, hey.
Never know what's going to be there, but you need to get on that corner.
Make sure you're watching that far side.
Okay.
2-2 should have your security behind you.
Jeffries, your sector's towards me. You gotta watch contrast flank.
Alright, so wherever I'm
Alright, I'm up. Where are we going?
245 on my left.
But right now, I'm gonna be holding right here.
That's take one up my poop chute.
Alpha is security set.
Security set,
Moving up
ready for
Santa Cruz.
movement.
2-2-2-1, my security on this side set. Are we clear to move?
No, hold. All right, this is slightly different. This is a four-way crossing. What's going to happen now is the lead element of 2-1 and 2-2 are going to hold their positions. The rest of the platoons are going to cross, and then they're going to bring up the rear.
Move up to cover the next danger area.
What's that way back there in the back?
For what? Yeah, 4-1.
Okay.
Are they? So are they not?
They
Are
should
they
be
not
moving.
to move with us?
No, they're supposed to be moving with you.
How far behind those should we let them get though?
They should have moved with you. 4-1, go ahead and move up to the rear of the formation.
Because really, you'd have them establish primary security left and right here.
Bravo Alpha. One more. Bravo,
Actual Alpha back to a four-man team.
Copy, thank you.
4-1's taking it.
All right. So 4-1, make sure you stay with the formation. I didn't realize you guys were still back there on that corner.
I thought they were right up on me.
No, it's fine, Connor. If you guys already holding the corner, stay on that corner. Just keep your team here. We'll have Alpha lead from you when we go.
Yeah, that's what I copied. I don't know how we got ahead of Alpha.
No, it's fine. The mount's confusing. This shit does happen.
Oh, you're gonna be the ones crossing here once we get the word.
No, that's what
I thought we did cross security on these. I didn't think that we
Now, this is the
secured our
whole
own
reason we
corner.
practice this, because it gets real convoluted at the platoon level. Because everyone's going to be leapfrogging.
That's what I thought.
Every fire team here is going to be a lead and a trail element at some point, if you're moving through mountain for very far at all. If you do 3 danger crossings, that means everyone's already cycled. Because you have 3 fire teams. All right, so this is going to be a little bit different. The security element for 2-1 and the security element for 2-2 are going to hold their positions. The elements just behind them are going to go ahead and make the cross. Now, you can work it out to where only one of you cross, 1 fire team, or you can work it out where 2 fire teams cross, but they need to be staggered if nothing else. So it should be, 2-1 and 2-2, work it out. Which one of you is going to go first?
2-2, do you have eyes on that right side? What presents the highest danger here?
Hey, for me, looked at. If you want to go send your team first.
Copy. Bravo, pick it up, move.
Make sure you guys are watching that right side.
Moving.
Bravo is moving, we're holding security.
Roger that, moving.
Mabry, you got a fucking straight shot down.
Let's go, Bravo. Cross at the danger crossing.
What's up?
Moving.
Keep moving. Keep moving. You're crossing the intersection. Let's go.
No, you're fine. You got a straight shot looking down that road.
All right, hold. Bravo,
Yeah, I mean,
go
I thought,
prone.
Why not just get the
All of
straight shot
Bravo,
and I
go
can just
prone.
you know?
All right, Bravo crossed. A machine gunner off to the west mowed them down before they could get across. What are you going to do?
Suppressing fire and smokes?
So you will try to suppress that target. If you cannot, that's when you throw smokes. do not do preemptive smokes in an urban environment. It's only when you can't put enough firepower to suppress, which is likely in an urban environment because they're going to be peeking through windows, doorways, and little crevices everywhere. Let's say you can't suppress it. The hall, it's your job to throw smoke down that alleyway. Christian's not going to throw smoke because he's your main security. Either that or Hall and Christensen are going to hold that security, and then Hartz and who's the next guy? Manzenberger are going to throw smokes down that alleyway. So go ahead and throw some white smokes down that alleyway. The west.
Is that an opportunity for the M32 to deploy smoke gunny?
They can if you want to, but it's usually on most roads, 2 smokes will cover that road.
There you go. That's good.
You want so the key with deploying smoke in an urban environment is you want to smoke as close to the enemy as possible.
Well, yeah, you just want to fire it.
You don't want it right next to you.
You want to obscure them, not yourself.
Yeah.
All right, lock it up for a second. All right, looks like you got pretty good smoke coverage. Go ahead and the rest of the platoon, go ahead and cross while you have that smoke coverage because it ain't gonna last long. Move.
Let's go. Let's go.
Covering. Last minute in Alpha, move.
Corman, once you get to those down men, tell me when they're up.
Gotcha.
Wait for 412 to cross. 412, go. 412, go.
Make sure when you cross, you give them enough room to stack up behind you.
Check your soldier.
Alpha, get in front of me.
Oh.
Go, Holiday, go. I'll be last man. You're fine.
Moving.
Alpha, what are you guys doing? You are not. We have Apollo here. Alpha, you need to be taking point security here.
Guys, can you?
Rear.
I appreciate the attention.
Holiday, going high. Yeah, we'll push it.
I know we're stacked up in a very tiny spot here.
We should be rear.
Alright, you guys are
Alright, guys, machine guns got it. You can go ahead and fall back in.
Machine guns, guys.
Rear. He was talking to 412.
Sorry,
What? We were security.
I'll take high. I'll take high.
Alpha, go ahead and bound past 412.
Okay, gotcha.
Now we're going past.
Because we went down. That was the whole thing.
At least a fire team in front of 4-1 up here. Vapor Mayhawk, you should not be looking across like that. You should be on this corner.
4-1, fall back a little bit. Make room.
There we go.
I got low.
That's gonna get mixed up.
Holiday, I am.
You're gonna fire your sector's gonna be looking toward
We're
me.
gonna get what?
You'll get mixed up again, Mel.
Tekamar, you're not looking across. That's
Yeah,
Rich's
it
job.
is.
You're looking towards the lieutenant there. Alright, you guys in the back, can you still hear me?
Yes, Gunny. Yes, Gunny.
You see how convoluted this gets? It's not going to be pretty. It never is. But you see how key communication is. Because I can tell you, the lieutenant's probably going to be somewhere around here. Because he can't be up on that corner. But he's not going to know what's happening around that corner. That's the squad leader communicating with his lead element. He's going to be the one that's basically controlling all this. The 2 squad leaders are going to be controlling most of these movements. We could give you orders, hey, we're turning right here, we're turning left here, but beyond that, we're not going to know a whole lot else. And of course, I'm going to be probably even further back, just in front of the trailing element. Because we can't get near those corners, because if I move up to try to get better tactical control to here, I'm exposed to that whole road to the east now. Make sense?
Hey, firm.
I got it.
Y'all feel like we need to run back the other direction, or do you feel like you got a decent grasp of how convoluted this gets? Squad leaders, answer the question.
I've got a grasp on how convoluted, but we could use a practice unless we want to move on.
All right, 2-1. We're basically going back to the exact opposite direction, so make sure there's a fire team as the lead element set up on those corners.
Bravo, you have your lead element set up on that corner. Alpha, filter in behind. Call when set.
Alright,
Do not drop your security.
2-1 set on west side.
Alright, go ahead and grab the street.
I'm going to
Yeah,
set up
no,
unless
Eastern
I
security.
absolutely have to talk. I want you guys doing these danger crossings.
Silver.
2-2, are you set?
Yeah.
Set.
Hey, when you have casualties
Alpha,
like that on that
cross,
corner,
go.
try to drag them away from that
Cross,
corner.
go.
That way they're not taking up all that space in the future.
Whoever's point going, I guess.
We're pulling all the way back.
Alpha, I need you guys quick on your feet. It's taking too long.
So make sure you're setting up security and helping out Bravo for us to cross.
Alpha up.
Actually, you want to go?
Now up team from 2-2 needs to cross.
Same place.
As soon as that security's set, you can communicate.
I continue pushing Alpha. Continue pushing Alpha.
Yeah, no, I wasn't getting past the fence.
Alpha, make room for Bravo behind.
Try to stay parallel to each other, 2-1 and 2-2.
Bravo's cross. We're going lead.
2-1's all across.
High. Look high left. Green
I continue moving.
Alright, hold.
Alpha, keep maneuvering with 2-2.
Just stay online with that guy to your left.
Go on reports. Danger crossing left side. We're setting security now.
I'm going now.
Gun front, they got that.
Wait, no, my team call set on that.
Oh, holiday.
Security
Fall
set.
back.
2-1's set.
Bravo, push past. Leapfrog.
Pushing.
Bravo's on the move.
2-1's setting their team across now.
Set.
Security set. Platoon, take it up and move across.
Crossing.
Step it up, go. Rabel, I believe. Oh, shit. No, you're good.
Alpha, you're pushing past Bravo. Let's go.
Three-way, they have all the security.
I'm pushing past Bravo. Go.
Keep crossing.
Keep pushing.
Alright, fall back. Doing a quick.
I want you to go to security here, hold.
Out the way.
Staying low.
Take it.
Copy.
Hey, we're shooting high down this road from across the street 2-1.
Oh my god, it's so tight.
Just crouching and lean.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, and then you get a
Hey, back it up. Hey, back it up a little bit. If he has no, we need
Break,
enough room
you
for
guys
him to roll
breaking
this
down
way.
security off that? Alright.
Platoon's across.
Alright. That was much better. Now what I want is 2-1 and 2-2 swap sides of the road.
I'm going there, so
Bravo will take rear security.
I'll get your high ridge.
Wise for swapping sides.
I got wise right here.
Alpha will point.
4-1-2, fall back.
Charlie.
We're going to be heading to the south again, so get back to the rear of the formation.
Bravo.
Middle of the formation, wherever you want to do it.
You're still quite exposed. Yep, let's fall back further.
Push it back.
Fall back just a little bit. One each, just take the
I'm
corner.
just going to the south again. I don't want to be pointing someone else right there. There you go.
More. Yeah.
You're fine.
This will be fine. Thank you, Biggs.
Holiday.
Copy, I'm watching security to the west.
Bump machine guns will cover this.
Good.
Alright.
Watch the road northeast
Arc
again.
2, when you're ready to move.
2-2, set hold security data crossing.
Let's do it, people.
Bravo.
Bravo, copy, set.
Float around Alpha.
Bravo moving.
Alpha set.
Bravo.
Copy, wait on 2-2 to set up the security on the opposite side, then we'll get up and move.
Roger.
Bravo, let me know where you're set over there. Since I'm in the cross.
Pacer.
Yeah.
Pick
Hey,
up
you
and
need to
move,
be
let's go.
in cover. You shouldn't be exposing yourself.
Well moved.
No, we're holding.
There we go.
We gotta hold the security still till the rest of the team goes. Then we'll.
No, I thought I heard someone on my right say we're moving.
No, you're fine. Nah, he was across the road.
So think about it like this. Basically, it's their job to expose themselves.
The
to
three
get
ways
shot.
make it a little
Your
fucking
job
weird.
is
I
to
don't.
stay in cover and be able to treat them.
Four-way intersection front.
What they doing?
Hey, 2-1, don't push too far. We've left 2-2 behind. Bravo, pull it back.
I'm gonna keep
Not
your-
worrying about rear security since we have 4-1 there now.
Nah, yeah, no, you stay there. We're still worried about rear security.
Got it.
Alright, Alpha, go ahead and fill in behind Bravo.
Filtering behind
We've
Bravo.
got rear security, yep.
Bravo, let's push up to Alpha.
Moving.
Try to space it out.
Covering. Hold that alley.
2-1 set,
Keep on moving.
east side.
Yep.
I think, yeah, we're good here.
I'm not sure west.
Crossing.
Supposed to move over, come on.
Copy. You sending a team or am I?
Hold what you got. Alpha's clogged up on the corner.
I'll send my Bravo team.
Who won? Who's looking
Bravo,
at me? Who's
flow
looking at my
path,
direction right now?
Bravo
Not
copies.
one of you.
I'm moving. Watch that corner.
Moving.
Oh, he's
Santa
gonna
Cruz,
shoot
go
through your
high.
head? There
Yeah, you gotta go high.
Holiday, I want you to take the corner.
My team's cross. Alpha, move.
Cross. Alpha's crossing. Hey, if you're going past a danger crossing, you're sprinting. Go. Keep on pushing down south. Alpha set.
Who wants set? Clear to move.
Come on, we're clear to move.
Keep on moving. Keep on pushing down the road.
Bravo is set. If you want to send Alpha.
Crossing your barrel, crossing your barrel.
Here.
Secure in the corner.
Hale, tell one of those guys to take over the security, then form back up with us.
Alpha push past us.
Yeah,
Looking
stick
front
to
of the next corner.
Move all the way up to this corner.
Wait, what?
You just leapfrogged us.
Are we supposed to?
No, you're not. You were supposed to fill in behind Alpha. They leapfrogged you.
Alright,
King LOL. Bravo, take it back.
Okay, now Heart's now.
Alright, everyone hold for a second. What would happen if there was a frag grenade right here? On my position.
Everyone's dead, Gunny.
Okay, we constantly harp on spacing, but in an urban environment, it's going to have to collapse. There's nothing you can do about that, especially with these little tiny blocks like this. You're not going to have enough room for the whole platoon, but you don't want to leave someone on the backside of a danger crossing, because they could get easily cut off. So if a machine gunner moves up into a window down that road, they're now stuck. And they don't have if it's a single fire team back there, they don't have the support from the rest of the platoon. So you cross as a platoon. You send a security element across, or multiple security elements across, and then the whole platoon crosses. If you have to bunch up security, you bunch up security. There's no way around that. That means you need to cover your sectors. Someone pops up, opens a door, pops up in a window or something. Someone needs to be on him like white on rice. All right, that was much better. You keep getting better and better as you go through this. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Benny, real quick, I got something.
Send it.
When you guys are the fire team that's crossing the danger areas too, we've kind of been doing a little bit of both, but when you're the first man across, continue covering the front. Do not grab the corner immediately. You already have the other elements covering security. You need to cover the front. You're the forwardmost element at that point, and you're exposed to whatever's in front of you. Ideally, your third or fourth man, but your second man can also take up that corner. But your second man is also kind of your cover as well. Just make sure it's not the first one. It's easier if it's your third or fourth because you're not blocking the rest of the element from crossing the street. Saw some of you guys flowing through and doing it pretty well, but I know a couple of the teams, the first man would immediately grab the corner. You left your entire flank exposed down the direction of movement, and all three of the guys behind you would get stuck, not expecting you to actually grab that corner, and everyone would bunch up out in the middle of the road. That's all I had, Gunny.
All right. Everyone but 2-1. Get a school circle over here. 4-1-2 and 2-2 over here.
Stay where you are. Don't
1,
move.
hold your position. Sorry, school circle behind me. Or in front of me, excuse me. Look, 2-1, it looks like you have just enough room to fit your whole squad on that wall. All right, everyone stay where your position. All right, 2-1, go ahead and set up your squad like if you're holding this position. Do we want to hold in an urban environment any more than we absolutely have to?
No.
Why?
Really not.
Because the longer we stay, the more likely a natives to come around the corner.
Right, they have plenty of avenues to approach you without being seen. The longer you sit in one position, the more likely you are to be flanked. It's not like out in an open environment where you can see them coming. They could basically be on the other side of the wall from you. You never know they're there unless they start talking or start making noise. So you want to constantly keep moving. That does not mean move quickly. You move slow and with purpose, but you continue movement. The big thing you don't want to do, unless told to, is not stop that movement. All right, 2-1, is your squad set up?
Affirm.
All right, so you see that some people are covering high, some people are covering low, or higher on the vertical axis than others. You also got people covering the front, the back, everywhere else. Now it's the job of whoever's on this side to cover those opposite windows up there. So like that window that's just above, who is this? Corporal Christensen, that's going to be who's ever on this side to cover that. That window that's just beside Staff Sergeant Swinson, it's this side's job to cover that window. So if we are stopping movement, you need to figure out your sectors really quickly, figure out where no one else is looking and cover that. Be very careful when you have these odd-shaped roads, because this road that you guys are standing on is basically a giant circle jerk. Be very careful. If you're in this position, you don't really have cover from off to the east. You're exposed to, I could probably count 15 or 20 windows and doorways over there. If you need to kind of fall back a little bit to get a little more coverage so where you're not exposed to so many different places, do so. Any questions on what a squad should look like in their coverage? Because can you still accomplish that coverage as a fire team?
Yes, Gunny.
That is the incorrect answer. You cannot. So everyone behind Swinson, go join the formation over there.
Stay where you're at. Stay where you're at.
Manzenberger and back. All of you guys go join that formation over there. Just leave me 4 guys.
Leave.
Gilbert, move. Everybody behind Manzenberger.
Gilbert,
Go.
Santa Cruz, Brewster, Robinson, go join the formation over there.
Oh, that way. Whoops.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Cruz,
The run portion loading.
go join all the guys standing over there. You're lagging. You're
Got a
lagging
big server drop here.
Losing connection. I
Gunny
don't know if I'm audible.
5. Same Archer 1.
Santa Cruz on a treadmill over there. What the fuck?
Rest of you in 2-1. Moving around too much. You're now a fire team. Set up your security.
Here.
All right, Santa Cruz, just sit still. Santa Cruz, if you can hear me, just stand still.
FPS right now, so I'm staying how I am.
I have less than 1 frame right now.
I got it. Yes, got it.
Can you cover the windows of that white building over there? The way I'm facing.
That'd be stretching it, Gunny.
Okay, now could you cover the church over there?
That would be what I would more likely be to cover.
Right. You can't cover all your sectors, can you?
Negative, Gunny.
There's just too many things to cover for a fire team to cover, because you're now not only on the horizontal axis, you're also on the vertical axis. Lieutenant, let me know when the server's somewhat recovered.
Probably going to be as good as it gets. I wasn't doing anything. So.
I don't know what caused it either. I seem to be fine, but.
Yeah,
Make sure your view distance
it
is the 1,000
guys.
guys.
Archer 1 kicking off their stuff too.
Yeah. All right, everyone, go ahead and get in the school circle.
Condition 4, get in the
If
school
you can
circle.
move, go ahead and get in the school circle.
Make sure your view distance is 500 or 1,000.
Yeah, I put everything at lowest. I'm still sitting here at 15.
I'm at a monster of a machine and I'm still.
Yeah, mine's set down to 450.
I set mine out at 300 and I got 20. Just for mount, you don't need it more than like 300. So basically,
this is unplayable though.
I know.
Yeah,
it's bad though, but
I have
you
nothing.
gotta do what you gotta do. Turn your view distance down to like 200. Do like it should be a client side thing. Hit the control backslash, and then
I have set as low as I can get it. It's not helping.
Or actually, no, I take it back. It did help a ton because I was at 6 and now it's at like 20.
All right, well, we don't need to move to answer questions. Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? For those of you that don't know me all that well, if you have a question, there are no stupid questions, just stupid answers. If you have a question, ask.
So, so about the danger crossings, I thought that we were supposed to cross cover, not cover our own corner. Is that different in squad element or squad size?
If it's a squad, that's correct. If it's a platoon, totally different. Because you have another squad on that other side. So each squad's going to maintain their side of the road, and they're going to set up on those corners. You can cross cover some, like the third guy. He could do some cross cover like that. But the thing is, if you can see them, they can see you, and you don't have a whole lot of cover if you're cross covering. I'll give you an example if I can move. If I'm here and I'm trying to cross cover across there, I'm totally exposed to everything over there. So everything I can see me without me having really any cover. If I'm over here on this corner, I have quite a bit of cover. I can still see everything that he can see from over there, but most of my body is covered by this structure, correct?
Affirm.
That's one of the reasons we do it that way. If I'm standing here and trying to cover down that street, now granted, these streets are horrible for this because they're curved. But if I'm trying to cover that way, everything I can see, I have no cover between me and them. But they have the advantage because they're probably going to be inside of a building, in a doorway, in a window. They're going to have some cover. I have absolutely none. But what's one of the really big dangers when you're up against a wall like this?
You have nowhere to go to. Your back's against a wall and you got people stacked on left and right. You can't move.
That's one of them, but also any explosives that go, it's going to fall right at your feet. If they got an RPG, it's going to blow up at the wall right next to you. If they throw a grenade, it's going to hit the wall and fall at your feet.
How would you deal with casualties in this scenario then?
So if they're up towards the front, they're going to get drugged back. As soon as the corpsman's on them, let go of them, get back in formation because we need those people on the sector. As soon as that corpsman says he can move, we continue movement. That basically means as soon as he's stable enough to be picked up and carried, if he's unconscious, we continue movement. And the corpsman will work on him as he can. We cannot stop.
Well, I'll say what I see happening quite often is like if we're moving up to this junction, for example, and we're going to continue movement, we'll pick a building like this, for example, and then we'll use that to collect our casualties and then continue moving. Is that also?
If it's a single casualty, you don't set up a CCP. If it's a mass cas, then yeah, we might set up a CCP in a particular building. But again, you're stopping movement in an urban environment, and that allows the enemy time to maneuver on you. They're going to know where you're at because if there was just a firefight, or you wouldn't have wounded. They know generally where you're at, and if you set up inside of a building, I mean, you can Alamo that building all you want to, but it ain't going to matter much if they start throwing grenades through the windows. We want to avoid that if at all possible. So if it's just one or two wounded and we got enough corpsmen to handle them, you stabilize them, get them a heartbeat, get them stable to where they're not going to be bleeding out, and you continue movement. If it's a mass cas and we can't continue movement, then yeah, sure, you set up a CCP. But here's one of the other things we really didn't practice during all this because I was really concentrating on your danger crossings. If you're moving down a street like this and you start taking fire from the front of that street, and you can't immediately kill it. Let's say it's multiple machine guns down the street to the east. What are you going to do?
Run into the building.
That's right. You take cover. So what's going to happen is you're going to turn into this building and try to get inside this building. That means you have to clear the building. So the first team in is going to be the clearing team. That fire team is going to clear that whole building. Everyone else is going to get just inside the building and go ahead and set up security and continue returning fire, try to suppress whatever's firing at you. But don't just stand out there in the street. Don't lay down out in the street, none of that. Because if there's enough firepower that you can't kill it quickly, it's probably enough firepower to wipe out this whole freaking platoon if you don't get into cover. That makes sense to everyone.
Hey, firm.
So this is real easy because all the windows are shot out and it's basically an open storefront. But on some of these other buildings where it's just a single doorway, you need to get in that doorway. Whoever the lead element is, whichever fire team that is, they're now the clearing team. Everyone else will pile into the buildings around them, and that's going to be on multiple buildings, because if you're stacked up along the street, you're probably going to be at least 3 buildings long. That means 3 buildings are going to need to be cleared. That also means that 4-1 might have to clear a building by themselves with no rifle team support. It sucks, but sometimes that's just what has to happen. Any further questions?
Negative, Gunny.
All right, so I have some questions for you. When do you throw smoke and mount?
There's an overwhelming amount of force, so you cannot kill.
The big thing is you don't preemptively smoke and mount. Ever. Because all it is a huge red flag to everyone in that city where you're at. You won't be there by the time they get there, but you're going to be close. Because you can't move super quick through. Now, we do soft clearing always, unless you're told otherwise. What does soft clearing mean? Non-NCO.
Just checking windows, doorways, not actually making entry.
Correct. So soft clear means you can look in windows, you can look indoors, you don't go in. Now, if you took fire from that building, sure, clear it. Soft clearing means you clear the buildings you took fire from and any surrounding outbuildings. Now, in a town like this, outbuildings doesn't mean the building. Like if you took fire from this building, you clear this building. You don't go over here and clear this one and the one behind it. It's just going to take too long. So you can peek in doors and windows, but you don't open them. You don't enter them unless you took fire. The exception to that is if you take overwhelming fire from a particular direction, you need to get out of the street. Then you have to get in those buildings. That lead element's going to clear the building. Everyone else is going to set up security. That means pretty much fire team's going to be, depending on how close your formation is set up, your particular side of the road. That can mean 2 fire teams are in one building, another fire team's in another with 412, or it could be 1 fire team per building, depending on how spaced out you are. Big thing is you squad leaders, I can't stress this enough, you have to communicate. Because honestly, you're going to know a lot more than we do at the platoon level, because we can't be at the highest point of friction. We just can't. I cannot have the lieutenant or myself up there at the front of that formation, because the likelihood of us going down is way too high. So we're going to be probably behind or in the back end of your squad formation. How's server frames now? Is it any better?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's looking.
No.
Not
really.
Kilborn just said he had
It's
iffy.
I'm at 2 FPS. This is fine.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be rough
Honestly,
to
you
find
guys,
I've just come to
what I'm
see
noticing,
tabbed out.
guys.
This is fine
Okay.
with me.
Yeah, sure.
Talk it up.
Everyone talk at once. All right. So what it looks like is the headless client crashed, and that's what caused that. Because all of the enemy that I had placed, they reset their positions. I reconnected, and my game is 100% fine. I have 45 frames, everything's smooth. I can move around in Zeus with 0 issue. I think the headless client going down is probably what caused it. If you still are experiencing issues, I would say just reconnect.
I would agree. I am having the same with the lieutenant.
Is it just question LT? Is it just a disconnect and reconnect, or is it complete?
Yeah, disconnect and reconnect. You should be fine. Okay, all right. We can form back up at the MCAS.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick.
Yeah, disconnect from the server.
I'm gonna restart because I already did that and it didn't work.
You might have gotten back in before it recovered.
Oh, fair enough.
Alright, the rest of you that are staying, teleporters behind you to the south. We can go ahead and head back to the start and form back up.
I'm gonna back down to 8
Back to base.
Go on, back to base.
If you're still here, we're going back to base.
I think you said back to start, not base.
No, it's base. It's called base. I set up the teleporter.
Oh.
RTB, baby.
Oh my god, I'm getting so many graphical glitches.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Did you relog?
Yeah. That was after I
I'm gonna
relogged.
rip a piss real fast.
Yeah, same.
Terrain would flicker in and out. You guys would T-pose here and there.
Yeah, it's still flickering in and out.
Yeah.
Everyone has a head between their crotch on my screen.
Honestly,
the asset flickering usually was a memory leak error, or memory allocation profile
it
issue.
fixed itself. Oh, no, never mind.
What did
Didn't
York
fix
say
itself.
about making the grass disappear?
I only
There
had
wasn't,
this
there
first
wasn't
time
a
I'm
big
seeing-
there wasn't a big mod update recently, was there?
This is the first time I'm seeing this error. So.
The only
Yeah,
one that I
this
know
one's
of
new
was,
for
Oh
this
no,
year.
I've
the
seen
Atlas.
this a million times.
I wonder if there's any other way to fix it.
Yeah, this is an old like
This is old Arma shit.
yeah memory
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah, it's an old armor ship.
All right, as you get back in, go ahead and get your gear. For those of you that threw smoke, if you didn't disconnect, go ahead and go replenish your smokes.
Check if you want.
The run, yes. That was just the walk we just did.
Have we done the briefing on it? Like, or
No.
all that jazz?
No. It ain't got to be much of a briefing. There's a giant town you need to clear.
No civilian presence. Go ham.
Well, if you wouldn't have said it, maybe we wouldn't have a civilian presence, but now we're going to.
Train like you fight.
Kill everything that moves.
Alright, I'm glad you don't have the M32. Who won? Sound off when you're all here.
Alpha's on here, yes. Alpha's okay, that's gonna be here. I got one more loading in.
Or do you want them back in formation or just skull circle?
What happened to,
Bio break, be right back.
sorry.
He's in,
Skull circle.
I don't know if he's getting back in or not.
Once you got your gear and you're ready to go, just form a skull circle on us.
If you're all refit and ready to go, just circle on anybody.
Oh, that fixed it. Nice.
Alpha check 35.
Fable, was it you that was having the flickering?
Yeah, it fixed itself when I adjusted Vitas.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Maybe
if you want
checking
to fix it
3-6.
as well, Alt Tab in and out, and it fixes it too. I just fixed it.
I'm also deleting all the orders that I had for the infantry I had placed that seem to be on the headless client because they're no longer being followed, so I'm cleaning those up too.
Yeah, that definitely counts for a huge lag spike. If headless client drops, that means
Welcome back.
Paul
everything's being
412
picked up
checking
by
in.
the-
Yeah, everything got picked up by the main server all at once.
Yep.
So
It's gotta take a second to stabilize it.
yeah, basically, because I had a bunch of guys garrisoned, and then all of them reset to just
I'm
being
back,
in
boss.
standing there in regular formation.
Is
But,
there a tab to limit your frames?
There might be.
I know that there was a some talk recently about an issue with Atlas LHD.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's broken right now. But we don't,
All
as
right.
long as we're not putting the LHD on this map, which is not, so.
Alright.
Guys might not be completely garrisoned when we're going through this, but that's okay.
Their own TAC AI should cause them to take cover.
Yeah. I'm just gonna clean up some of the... If I don't know if the headless client came back up because I don't have access to see that, so I'm gonna clean up some of the stuff, and I'm just gonna have to play stuff while we're moving through the town. All good. Should have enough to deal with for now. Squad leaders, we got everyone?
Everyone's got one that's relogging, but
We're missing anyone, guys.
Hey LT, can you do the hashtag monitor? Would that show headless client
Alpha
FPS?
4. Alpha 444.
2-2's got everyone.
4-1.
I know I've got at least one guy still out. His internet just died.
No.
We lost power again.
He messaged me.
That will not help. I know,
What,
Jeffrey.
monitor?
Monitor will not show
Oh, okay.
headless
My bad.
clients. Yeah, you need a separate mod to view the headless clients generally.
No, I'm gonna shut up then. Interrogator, do you know the last time Burton restarted this, or is this on the server box of the 15th?
No, this is one of
He
Mark's
says
servers.
immediately after saying, "I'm going to shut up." Then. No,
I
this
did
is
message Martin with the time it happened and what's happening, so he can try and look at the server logs later.
Yeah, it's all right. Alrighty. All right, we still waiting on a couple. I take it then. Start
2-1's
getting ready.
got
Hearts
one
is
that
out of
just
time.
relogged.
Roger. All right, squad leaders on me. I'm gonna run you through things real quick.
Take it down just above Whisper, gentlemen. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and ask while we wait for them to get done with their leaders brief. I will tell you that you two ICs need to be Johnny on the spot, because this is going to be a pretty bad urban environment. Likelihood of leadership going down is going to be high, and myself and Lieutenant are not going to be there. I mean, it's going to be the squad leaders to lead. That means you two ICs, 3 ICs, Johnny on the spot when it comes to them going down and taking charge of your squad. Just step up, step up. Personally, I don't care who steps up, but someone better step up. We can work out the hierarchy later. So if you don't hear anybody stepping up and you have the capability to step up, if a sergeant, if you're a PFC and a sergeant's like, hey, I'm here, then he can go ahead and take the squad. But someone needs to step up and take charge of that squad immediately. Any questions on that?
No.
I don't care if it's a fill-in. Someone needs to take charge. I treat this run portion just like I would an op. I don't care if you're fill-in. If no one else is taking charge and Marines need to move, I don't care who the hell it is. I don't care if the doc takes charge and starts leading Marines. But someone has to lead. No one else is going to step up, step up. Now, all of you from 2-1 know this because I've said it 1,000 times. You want to be a leader, act like one. No questions for any of that?
No, Gunny.
Negative, Gunny.
No, we're not. This training's not about walking vehicles through an urban environment because that's a little bit different. But you can see how convoluted it gets just for a platoon to be moving through. Now add, 3 or 4 tracks of catering to that. Where it gets really hard is when we have multiple MRAPs, especially the small ones, because that means 2 people for every vehicle are in those vehicles. That means less people covering sectors. It also lengthens out the formation because you never want a vehicle stopping in an intersection. So you always want to leave. If you're the first vehicle crossing that intersection, you want to leave enough room for all the rest of the vehicles to get behind you before the next intersection. Alleyways are fine. Small openings are fine, but there needs to be infantry in those. There should be always infantry in front, adjacent to, and behind vehicles. That 50 cal that 240 Bravo that's mounted on that is not going to be able to cover those sectors very well. The main thing they're going to be covering is direct front or direct rear, depending on where they're at in the convoy. But I took a brief look at what you guys are going to be wading through, and it's not going to be pretty.
Sounds like a target-rich environment, Gunny.
Yep.
I got a question. Gunny. Oh, what's I may have missed this because I've been back and forth. What's this chances of civilians? No.
That they're briefing on that right now as a leaders brief. You guys will hear that in just a second.
Okay. Well, okay. Follow-on question: if there are no civilians, are we clear to, I guess, treat this if we see a hostile building that we're being engaged from to clear it with frags? If we deem the threat overwhelming, to just save on casualties.
Yes. And honestly, even if there is a civilian presence, if you're taking mass casualties from a particular building, even if there's a civilian presence, what's your first mission? I mean, you have your tasking, whatever your objective is. Your first mission as a leader is to protect your men.
Yeah, we had to run down that one street.
If that means you have to do some pretty shady shit to do so, you do so. Because much better. I mean, in real life, it's much better to be alive at your court-martial than dead.
All right, Roger that. Yeah, I just needed to hear it. Thank you.
That's something we ran into in the last operation. We had a ZSU on top of a building. No one wanted to strike the building because there was a civilian presence. I'm sorry, but as soon as they put anti-aircraft on top of a building, that's no longer a civilian building.
That's right. Yeah. So just get that. Everybody, just keep that in mind. That safety comes first. If we see something that is absolutely a threat, fuck that building up. We got the ROE. We got to take ROE into consideration, and it's kind of something I was like a little trick question thing I was getting in here. But yeah, we got to take safety first. Blow that shit up if we have to. Just ultimately, at the end of the day, the ultimate question comes down to just be ready to answer for your actions. And if you can justify what you did with the safety of, or justifying it with your safety or the safety of your fire team or your squad, you're probably not going to get hammered too hard.
Take action, then just be prepared to defend those actions. Honestly, I don't think there's too many people in this unit, not that I've ever experienced anyway, that if you could justify your actions and you have a decent argument, you have a leg to stand on, they're going to go with your judgment. Because honestly, you're in combat, you had to make a judgment call. Those aren't going to be in ideal situations. That's one of the issues I have with civilians. They tend to judge veterans on some of the things they had to do. Last civilians never been in that position to judge. That Marine or that sailor or that army troopers out there getting shot at while you're drinking your Starbucks. I don't really think you don't really have the capacity to judge what he had to do. So no further questions on Mount. Got a little bit of time here, so if you have questions, please ask.
I guess I got a question or comment. There's a lot of leapfrogging that's occurring with our movement. And obviously the danger there would be if we were to take contact at the moment that one team passes another. There's a high risk that we end up catching friendlies. So how would you address that?
So you're going to have to leapfrog. There's no way around that. And honestly, most of your leapfrogging should be done behind building cover anyway in an urban environment. You're not leapfrogging while you're crossing. So you have the security element on that corner, and then the element behind them is going to leapfrog past them. So unless that corner is unsecure already, because that's where you're going to take fires just before they get to the crossing, to the danger crossing, that's the only time you're going to be stacked up like that. Now, if you're talking about the security element, raise your weapon. While they're going past, just raise your weapon and start covering, vertical security instead of horizontal security. But you should be knowing they're leapfrogging because it should be announced over squad net. Hey, Charlie, go ahead and leapfrog. Go ahead and move. So everyone should know what's happening because that's one of the reasons I don't like doing it in screening. I'd much rather things like that to be announced over the radio. That way, no matter where someone's at, if they're within 100 meters, they definitely heard you. Your whole squad heard you. But that's the important thing. And of course, that's if you're a rifleman or a grenadier, you're not on squad net. But that's your fire team leader's job to say, okay, we're going to be leapfrogging, move. One of the things that especially brand new leaders have a hard time with, they give an order and they expect it to be carried out immediately. What they failed to realize is that order has to be parroted down the chain of command. So if someone like Gunny Cadillac gives a task force order, it has to go through platoon, then down to the squad, then down to the fire team, and then down to the individual rifleman. It takes a while for all that to happen, especially during a firefight. So what you'll have is a brand new leader will say, okay, we're moving out Archer 2. And you got to wait for that order to get pushed down. That takes a little while sometimes, especially in a firefight.
Yeah.
That's not even taking into account casualties. If you have a 3 IC in charge of a fire team, he's probably not going to be as quick as parroting those orders as the actual fire team leader would be, because it's not his normal position. That's one of the reasons we're constantly putting you guys in those positions, so that when you do have to do it in combat, it's not something totally alien to you. You shouldn't be freezing up because you've done it before in training. A lot longer briefing than I thought they were going to have. Any further questions?
Yes, Private Santa Cruz over here.
Hold on. I'll get you just a second, Sergeant Jeffries.
No, I'll give to the Santa Cruz side to comment on what you were saying.
All right, Santa Cruz.
Fortunately, I was able to just reconnect. I was just wondering what important bits of information I should keep in mind that I might have missed.
Well, we're just doing basically a question and answer section while the leaders are over there doing a leaders meeting. They'll come over and brief you on the mission here shortly.
Understood.
You haven't missed much besides just question and answer.
Archer 2. Orient yourselves to the map. Follow my Mosquito 0611. Let me know when you're tracking.
Tracking L2.
Alright. So we'll be TPing up to the top, just kind of running you guys through it. The outer perimeter here, these blue lines, that's the outside of this module, essentially, like that. So if you see on the map that you might be moving out of that, or on the GPS for you fire team leaders and whatnot, that's basically out of bounds to an extent, so you're not going to find anything past there. The black lines are roads. That's what's set up through here. Objective Idle is going to be a police facility that we're going to be hitting. They are not friendly to us. It is basically more of a paramilitary police force within this, fictional dictatorship that we're helping with humanitarian aid and a counterinsurgency within the area of potential coup that's been in place in the area. Objective Hydra is a villa of sorts. We got a high roller that lives in the town. He has a private military force. We are unsure if they are going to be hostile toward us or not. We imagine if we fail to PID or get them engaged in a crossfire with us, they may engage us. The rest of this is basically insurgent forces. They're going to be irregular forces. Specifically, if you're aware of it, it's the 3CB African Desert Extremists group. So they'll be African and Middle Eastern looking irregular forces with a hodgepodge of equipment, Soviet bloc. No civilians are going to be present. This is going to be purely worrying about doing mount in a hostile environment. And time allowing, if we are able to clear all the way through this, there's a large construction site here that's a bit labyrinthian in how it is currently set up, with a lot of those construction buildings that we're going to be pushing through and clearing, as that's the source of the insurgency.
We're going to have to probably reschedule.
Any questions?
From afterwards today to some other time.
No.
I got family things to attend to right after this. Just FYI.
Negative.
Negative, there's no VIP.
No, Hydra doesn't have an HBI or an HBT?
Nope, just a very fancy building with private security. And if you piss them off, they may attack you.
Someone's gonna piss them off.
I bet you will.
Yeah.
Oh no.
100%.
Someone's gonna throw the fucking frag in the wall.
Guaranteed.
God.
Or a spare round hits near them, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, they're gonna think they're getting shot at when the round snaps over there.
I can volunteer.
If it happens, it happens. We can
All
deal
right.
with it.
Platoon, do you have any questions for the lieutenant?
Alright, start rolling out 2-1. Line up.
Go on, line up
2-2,
on the post.
4-1.
Line up on the post.
Heading through to run start.
Clear to push? I assume so. Alright, run start.
Awesome. Freedom switch engage.
Make sure we are one above Whisper.
Hey, don't forget to take off your safeties. Don't forget to take off your safeties.
Safety's off. Lock and load.
And you want us to go up
Here, yeah, take my spot.
Holy.
You want to go ahead and hook around
The building here on this northwest side. Let's start getting. Don't hook into the street. Just start setting security, getting ready to make entry into this town. P1's gonna push northwest.
Past this corner is hostile.
Hey, Christian,
Get
trade out.
prep to set security on the main road here.
Someone get us high.
Where are you at, then?
I can sprint. Why am I bleeding?
Make sure you're one above Whisper. Are we all
Your
through?
mic working now, Kavar?
I believe we are.
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
all Alpha is. I see him.
Is Mansberg
Okay.
okay?
Yeah, he's right behind you.
Yep, I'm
Alpha's
here.
Alpha ready to go.
Everyone's set, ready to move.
Holy but Jesus.
Make sure your lock and load safety's off.
Drone, no
Here, 2, 4-1, you guys ready?
Make sure you got frags and smokes ready.
4-1 is ready.
You can drone it.
2-2 is ready. We'll let 4-1 go ahead of us.
Can I just stay here?
Copy. 2-1's gonna start hooking around the west side here on the northwest corner and get prepped to set security down the blue route.
That's on
down
that
the
door
MSR.
right there in front of us.
2-1, start pushing towards that blue route off to our west. Don't turn the corner yet, just get set ready on the corner. We're gonna wait for 4-1 and 2-2 to be ready to actually cross the intersection and start moving parallel.
Moving.
Alpha copies.
Alright. Mansberger, let's see, I got 4 guys. Alright, I'm going between you.
Watching that building right there in front.
I got the second story. You watch the first floor.
Hey, friend.
Squads, you set?
What's that? 4-1's ready.
Roger, alright. Entrance to the module is going to be southwest of 2-1's position. They're stacked up. Once you guys turn that corner toward the south, we are go. So, 2-2, 4-1, get ready to follow them through into the street.
Hey, one guy right here in front.
Engage him! Wait.
2-1's engaging contacts that just came around the corner. 2-2, we're gonna set up on this corner if you want to push to the west side of the street to move parallel with us.
2-1.
You sure you want us on the west side? Because you're going to take idle.
Copy, then I need you to take
Hey!
the corner.
Somebody get to the side of this building.
2-1, fall back 25 meters. We're gonna make room for 2-2.
Fall back.
Hey, there goes the drone.
2-2, take this corner. 2-1, 2-1, make room for 2-2. Let's go.
Fall back. Continue falling back and make room
High.
for 2-2.
Reloaded.
Alright, come on, people.
Only like 5 headshots.
2-2 calling set.
Alright, where are we
At
crossing?
least I got 2 guys.
Wait,
I don't
Alpha,
think
don't
so.
fucking peek that.
Alpha, once I
Yeah,
give
I
you the
was
word,
trying
you were
to
the first
keep
team
going.
crossing to the west side.
Once
Go.
I say, cross, go.
Copy, I'm sending one team across to the west
If we're
side.
just gonna sit here,
Intervals.
we could get seconds.
We're crossing. Alpha's crossing. Alpha's crossing.
2-1's crossing.
Bravo, get ready to move.
Right here, Hearts. Right here.
Bravo's ready.
Alpha's taking contact from the southeast across the street.
Copy, Alpha. When you need to contact, when you have security set, let me know.
Security set, ready for more.
Bravo's on the move.
He's still up. He's crossing forward. We got people moving.
Yeah, I'm all cross. Crossing.
2-1's across and ready to move parallel with 2-2.
Alright, Alpha, we're point. Someone take point in front of me. Let's move.
Where do you need me?
Voice is close.
4-1, I have no machine gunners at the current time, unable to provide solid
Go, keep on going.
security with machine guns.
Yeah, I was looking through that building.
So, yeah.
Copy,
There.
4-1, are they reloading?
We're taking
Oh,
shots.
Affirmative.
Hey,
See, I'm lagging bad.
keep on pushing. This is not a good place to be. Keep on going. Keep on moving.
I'm trying to. I'm lagging.
danger crossing.
Got danger crossing right and left. 2-2, are you set on that?
I got a barricade right hand side of the road. Barricade right hand side of the road.
Copy, get ready to set danger crossing on right side. 2-2's gonna set right.
Hey, guys, cross on the other side of that barricade.
Where are they crossing to?
Bravo's ready. They're on the other side of that barricade over there. You got it.
Set security when, hold, wait for 2-2. Alright, set security, Alpha.
We're set.
Yeah,
We have folks to the west on that barricade watching this danger crossing.
Bravo, ready?
Hey, Harsh, you already did
One
that.
towards contacts west side. We've got security set.
Hey.
2-2, contact west side.
Are you good?
Can you swivel one of you? It looks like he already is doing it. Never mind.
Alright, Hearts, tend to yourself then.
Where's he at?
He's down. I
To
killed
the
him.
west?
Oh, the two guys are to the west, yes. Behind this barricade.
I just got shot in the vest. I was shot in the vest.
Doc. Copy, packaging ahead. Hey, Santa Cruz, push around me, cover this corner.
Got him right. Pushing.
Copy, you got him.
Okay, I need somebody to set security. We're gonna cross.
Hearts, take back up
Are
your
we
spot.
set?
Heart, Alpha's set, ready to go.
We leaving them up here, Swanson?
Copy. We're gonna send Bravo across.
PKM,
Are we leaving?
South.
We have.
Crew is pushing south on me.
Get my grenadier up here. Grenadier in front.
Alright,
255.
I don't know where the hell it's coming from.
Where that smoke's at.
Crossing.
Better put another grenade out there. Above his head.
Here, I'll get now.
This is Alpha. We're utilizing GLs against that PKM gunner to the west.
2-1's got a team across. So start moving your guys across.
Hey, start pushing. Hey, Manzenberger, go. Howell, go.
4-1, if you can move, go ahead and move.
Moving.
4-1 copies.
Heart, stay there.
Bravo moving.
Hearts, stay here. We're staying secure.
Romeo, neutral PMC
I'm gonna do a quick reload.
is as follows.
I got you, go. Get back down, get back down.
Desert camouflage, soft cover, possible hard covers. They're around the immediate villa and some buildings nearby. They're not pushing out to you, but they definitely look military.
Holy shit, my friends
They're not
finally came
wearing
back.
the more Middle Eastern type garb.
Yeah, right when you told me to move up right there around that corner, I was only at 5 frames.
4-1's across this time. Alpha, break it down, cross.
Hearts, go.
Copy, I'm having my
Hey, from.
security breakdown on the north side. We're gonna regroup.
I'm gonna give you some morphine, just monitor you.
Someone's speaking.
We're gonna keep moving. Christensen, let's go! Alright, 2-1, move parallel with 2-2.
Move parallel with 2-2.
Back down, I'm hit. Take
On in.
front, take front.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Tourniquet in.
Alright, yeah.
Hold that,
Copy,
we're
I'm
gonna
locking the
clear
door.
it.
Understood.
Go ahead. Alright. Crew's on you. Go.
Taking point. Contact!
2-1's clearing a building. We took contact from on the west side.
Going left. 7 seconds.
On right.
Me, Alpha, we're gonna push past Bravo.
Yeah, if you can flow around.
Bravo, Alpha, we push past you, taking point.
Yeah.
Take point. Whoever's in front of me, take point.
Crossing right there,
Hold there. Right up here.
4-1's moving across, cleared the building. Copy 4-1. We've got a four-way
Hey,
danger.
Back away
Push
from
up
that
and
danger
set left
cross.
security. Copy. I'm seeing tracers come from the east as well. If you can drop that guy to the
watch to the
west,
south.
we
Hale,
aren't
watch
able
south.
to push up any further.
South, safer.
Don't peek Hale.
I've got things so far.
Bravo, how is that building? Is it clear?
The fuck is Bravo?
Hey, I got
Alright,
movement
shoot
all the way
that
down there.
fucker,
One.
There's a lot of shit I gotta cover here.
Archer 2 Romeo 1.
Hearts, go top. Go up top with him. I got down that lane.
Hey,
Man's in river, take southeast. Go up top of.
Come on, make sure we have
Hale, turn the corner.
infantry coming up
Or
behind
Hawk,
us.
turn
That corner on the other side
Hold
too.
your-
This is 4-1. We're at the building on the west.
Yeah, they haven't
One
made
behind
the
us,
corner over
Bruce.
there yet.
We have multiple
There they are.
contacts
One, you there?
across from us, as well as
Go above with him.
All right, so just hold. Keep looking north, Bruce. Once and I'm ready.
Copy. You got security.
I don't have a
outside
second
security
radio, so
set.
you're gonna have to listen.
moving. Sending it to
Do what? Hey, Bravo, turn right. RP idle or objective idle.
Do1 starting their maneuver towards objective idle.
Moving.
Bravo, don't push too far. Alpha falling behind.
Go. Falling behind him.
Cruise, hold south.
Loop.
Hold south.
Just go with him. Go with him, Rich.
Look south. And look,
Move,
look
mans.
for windows. Reloading.
Right.
Bravo, very good. Pushing right. Cruise on me.
Moving.
Muzzle around the... Oh wait, that's a friendly.
2-1's making entry into objective idle.
Copy.
Get western security. Watch the west. We're fucking really exposed out here.
Contacts northwest to building.
I got you. Are we
Just soft clear.
Get to this door to my right. Reloading.
Oh, that's friendly.
She's back up. Moving to reload.
Let's keep on pushing.
Pushing.
Keep on pushing to the north.
Do you have some any kind
Second floor. Up top, second
Yeah,
floor.
second floor, backside of that building.
I hit him
Okay,
a
he's
couple
going
times. I
up,
don't
he's
know if
dead.
he- Okay, cool.
Hey, pushing down the wall here.
I don't want you to go out there.
Who is that? No, just a hole in the wall.
Alpha, I need you clearing these western outbuildings.
Actual Alpha already on it. Hey, shoot! Hey!
Fuck.
Don't question it.
Anyone hit?
I don't know. I have to check myself in a minute.
You're hit.
Yellow, green, green.
Got him.
Don't worry about it. Get my vest.
Send.
Here, let me take
Be
point.
advised I have a possible ammo cache or armory of some sort here. I'll mark on map.
Ready?
Yeah, you take one. No, we don't have to clear it. Don't clear it. Just keep him.
Just like.
Hey, sit there.
Holes in
Push him to that corner.
Yep.
Clear this. Push. Does anybody have demo? I'm guessing we don't, but.
Alpha, do you have demo?
Alpha don't have demo. We have.
Hey, there's somebody shooting at us there. Somebody from our side shooting at that building.
2-1, go ahead and start pushing back east to RP voice, relink with Archer 2. We're gonna continue down the blue route.
Push back east, push back east. Alpha Cop is pushing east.
How are we going?
We're going to east to link up with 2-2, to the direct east. You see him.
All the way with Callaway.
8, moving in column, don't sprint, keep guns up.
Archer 2 Romeo, that PMC force looks to be outfitted with German-style T-36s.
Yep.
They do
Grab.
have
Pull up on the
Western-style
sharp wall
weaponry
here.
to help PID them.
2-1 is relinked with Archer 2. We're gonna send a team across to the south.
Gilbert, I'm taking this.
Alright, Bravo, take us out south, cross the road.
Bravo's taking point, we're going to be behind him and be rear security.
Bravo moving south.
We're moving out.
Contact, south, 182. I just saw him come around the building, go around the corner. He's near the barricade. Barricade,
moving out.
south.
2-2, we're pushing out if you want to join us.
Yeah, I got Bravo.
Copy, move.
Keep on pushing.
Reminder, Objective Hydra is a PMC. If they do not engage us, do not engage them.
Remember the PMC Hydra with German weapons and not hostile. So
Roger, if they're got German weapons, we're leaving them alone.
That's not German!
Slow down. We're not parallel to Are we being engaged by Hydra?
Negative.
That is, the Middle
Enemy
Eastern
forces
insurgents.
came around the. I'm hit, by the way. Can you bandage
Robertson,
me?
fall back. I'm gonna take your corner. Get yourself fixed up.
Copy.
The top of the Jeep here, got this.
Alright,
covered.
Bravo, do you want
Watch
Alpha to go in front
spacing,
here?
guys. Watch
I'm green.
sectors.
Alpha's gonna push. Alpha, we're pushing.
Mindful of these stairs up here.
Rear to our left side.
Fuck.
Watch the stairs up here next to us.
Yep, somebody just got fucked.
I'm hit,
Alright.
moving out.
Alright, Alpha's gonna take point. Alpha, we're taking point.
Santa Cruz, what the fuck are you doing?
Alpha, we are taking point. Move up.
Yep, wait one.
One, make sure 2-2 has that crossing set.
Western stairs.
These guys are right here. Fuck.
Yep. What's up,
We
buddy?
gotta push up
Nothing
then.
there.
Okay.
I'm on you. Yeah, it'd be to our left.
Pushing around.
Send it.
We can get up there.
Probably.
That's fine.
Yep.
Get moving sooner or later.
That eliminates
I'm
that,
going
that's
back
fine.
down. Let's go, Connor.
Moving back.
No, Jeffrey's and Holiday.
Alright, 2-1's ready to move. Are we good to push past this intersection?
That sounds good.
Shoot the
guys in the tower. Do not shoot the guys in the tower, please.
2-2, are we clear to move?
I'm setting my in clear of this building. We took a frag out.
Copy.
I got moving in front. Was that confirmed hostile?
Alpha
It was. I
push.
seen it. He pulled his weapon out.
Alright.
Alpha push for south.
Alpha's moving.
We've got a fucking mounted weapon inside the compound.
Christian, we got one down. We got one down.
Deep sea space, drop him. Christensen's down.
Art stepping up for Alpha.
Get some fucking 40 Mike. 40 Mike with smoke the shit out of that compound.
Alright, I guess I'm taking Hydra.
All Alpha's down. All Alpha is down. Besides me.
It's a 50, yeah. He was engaging us.
Dome him? He's fucking not.
That's hail.
Got him. I got the fucking 50.
I'm working on it.
50's down.
This guy's still alive. I'm gonna carry them. Just drag him. It's faster. Working on it. All right. Does anyone have CLS over here?
Yes,
I need CLS to start working on Manzenberg.
One's got 2 times casualties. We are treating, and then we will regroup.
You've lost a lot of blood, so I'm gonna start Elastic. Hey, we need to clear this building. Paul's dead.
222 Romeo, be advised you have 1 times hostile PMC above you in a guard tower.
Come on.
Alright, I'm on you, Swanson.
I'm working on it too. You might be able to save him, but it's kind of fucked. Taking shots from somewhere.
One more guy.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll start treatment on him in a second. I've got to make sure that he doesn't die here.
Ah, Jesus, this
You got an IV in his left leg? Fuck, he's dead.
No, I don't. I'm
Fuck.
taking that back.
Alright, I'm gonna start looking on Christensen. Fuck.
I hope I'll bandage this torso.
4-1 and 2-1.
Where
This
you
is
at?
2-2. 2 is KIA.
Oh, never mind.
I'm right here. Setting
Oh,
up
shit,
and
alright,
helping
yeah.
out the corpsman.
Yeah, I gotta get the
I'll
fuck
bandage
out
one more
of
time
here.
on his torso. If you want to try to
Alright.
get some bend on top.
I'm going to establish an IV in his
torso's
left
good.
leg in 2 seconds.
Robertson, I think
2-1, if you are up, I need you covering south.
I'll check his
Alright, I'm
pulse.
establishing an IV.
Brev's covering south.
Brev's covering south.
You want me to check his pulse real quick? See how it is. Okay, check the pulse.
Giving him 500 milliliters of plasma. Give me 10 seconds.
He has no heart rate.
Alright, he won't be able to respond to CPR until he gets a little bit more blood in him.
down.
So wait a couple seconds. Who's this down? Alright, in 30 seconds, Hearts, I want you to start CPR.
I got him full. Just stay on the other.
Fuck.
Ready for him?
I need you to drop him.
I got him. Just stick on the other.
Get.
Drop him. Drop him. Alright, I'm putting tourniquets on his arms. Gotcha.
Fine CPR on Christian now.
I'm going to establish an
North,
IV
south, south, south.
It's one
Yeah,
of him.
eyes.
Or retreating. 7 seconds.
I'm gonna get some more smokes out going south.
See what's the status on Hydra.
Bravo, give me a layer of smokes out south.
Chris, Hart, should I just come back up to you?
Roger, I will get to you.
Yeah, try to come up back up to me. I'm right here. I'm in this like garage area.
Here as well.
I think I dropped him before
Have you started CPR on him?
Yeah, I
Reloading.
did CPR 2 times, once. He has 80 pulse, 80 pulse.
2-1 on
Good,
12.
then he's probably fine.
I'm gonna bandage up his torso again.
Took mass Kaz, working on it.
Christensen,
Tower.
I'm going to reorient you.
Alright, Ion is
What the
hostile.
fuck was that? Alright. I'm going to give you
we're
one
gonna
more
rob you.
elastic, and I'm going to stitch you, and then I have to fucking move. So stand still.
We had a couple that were
50
just
seconds.
staring at us and not engaging, but
2-2, I will be coming to
they
your
are now.
position in less than 30. Are all the casualties collected?
I'm back up.
Copy.
Voice is south.
Swanson, do you want us to hold on the CCT or send us up a little bit?
Push up to that truck.
Got it.
Roger, I'm pushing out.
Hey, if you're low on ammo, now's the time to
4-1,
rearm.
2-1 pushing south to get more online with 2-2 if you want to join us.
Hey, if you're low on ammo, now's the time to rearm.
We got 2-1's corpsman here being worked on.
Keep on pushing south. Keep on pushing south. Ready to take fire from.
He's down. He's down.
I got it. Let me take it.
Copy. Hey, we gotta clear that building in front of us to the south.
Yeah, he's down. Working on him.
Take it.
Okay, I'll try to splint to his left corner.
Checking for pulse.
Just stay here, crews. Just hold security for them. Wait, who's this? Man's bigger. Come with me. We're clearing this building right
No
here.
heart rate. I'm gonna start
Holding
CPR.
security by the truck.
Nah, clear this building right here in front of us.
Inches, 2 arms.
Talking to Santa Cruz?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Left.
Go.
Copy. On you.
This door.
Yes. On you. Go. Go left.
Set.
Tell me when you're done with
Stairs.
Clearing left.
Right, clear. Go upstairs.
I'm going upstairs. On you. Second floor clear.
Alright, come on down,
Alright,
boys.
building clear.
Copy. What's his blood pressure?
Alright, get
blood
established
pressure
here.
at?
Blood pressure. Oh, he's.
2 coming out.
Blood pressure is at 91/61.
Yeah, this building's clear.
Alright, let's
He's
oh,
up.
he's up.
You boys.
Watch for that door in this building to the southwest. Though.
2-1, let's continue south. Get online, basically up to this danger crossing.
Get up to this danger
He wants
crossing.
pushing to the danger crossing at our.
We got shots to the west on the other side of this building here.
Proceeding on up ahead.
Yes, push up to this danger
Hey,
crossing,
pick
but
that
don't
hell
stand
up for
security
us.
yet.
Art stepping back up for Alpha, Christian's down. Robbie stepping up on 3-1. 4, Bravo. Christensen, Robertson, 3-1. Christian's down as well. Copy, somebody needs to step up. I heard Swenson's down. You or me, choose. You step up, I'll step up for Alpha. Copy.
Yeah, I'm trying to drag Christian over here, but his body's like glitched.
Just, hey, give me an ace report. Good, Robbie, I'm up. She's stepping back up for Bravo.
Where's the corpsman?
Christensen, what's up with
still down.
Christensen?
I don't know, I was trying to drag him and all of a sudden my shit's not wanting to fucking work.
I'm watching the east.
You're at Hearts?
2-2-1-1-2.
Gun's like on my side, I can't grab it.
Christensen stable.
Advise Christensen is armor glitching or something. We cannot drag him.
Bravo, take point.
Copy.
Christensen, where are you guys at?
We got a danger crossing on our left side.
Christian's back up,
Right.
Christian's back up.
Hey, if you're hit 4, you sling your
I'm
gun.
gonna
if you
stay
hit
low
4.
here, watching.
Anyone in Alpha up?
Actually, I've got a box to my right. I'm watching east.
That makes one of us.
Alright.
Bravo said Alpha. Do you guys want to push ahead? Do you want us to?
Hey,
We're holding here until 2-2.
Hold on.
Reg.
Hey, Swanson, get back where we can take that point, so you're
Thank you.
reporting right now.
2-2-2-1
Hey,
on 12.
somebody keep an eye on my east. Like that.
Copy, watching the
What's
east.
that time on
Yep. Grab him. Drag him back.
Follow action on 3-1. Question, do we have any friendlies towards our east, or no?
A friendlies to the east.
Okay. We do have friendly.
Inside the wall. Outside of the wall, there's
Moving a
just
little to the left of your
Entry
space.
with the fire.
Okay, so we don't want to a friendly. There's friendlies inside.
Hey, contact northeast.
Say again, there's friendlies east?
What's y'all's location?
Contact northeast.
Northeast.
I see the fucker in the building.
Apollo actual 3-1.
Standing right next to you, just scream at him, Swenson.
Hey, this building directly to the west. Other side
Oh,
window
copy.
here.
I already went down, but I haven't.
Reloading. There's a fucker. There's a squirter.
Contact northeast.
Yeah, I saw him. I don't have eyes anymore.
I have fucking
2-2, be
reloading.
advised, we had contact move in towards the embassy on the north side of the wall. 4-1, if you look off to your east, you should be able to see him.
He's prone on the corner.
Drone engaged.
Christensen, do you copy?
You got two.
I'm with 4-1 at the moment. When it's safe to move up to you guys, I will.
Meet again, dog.
Sir. Alright, you're good.
So as it turned out, they didn't have east.
Hey, up top.
Yeah, I'm armor
am I good?
glitched. My H
Yeah,
menu
should be.
is.
Yeah, let's not fuck around with the fire.
Who's drawn back up?
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm trying.
In tunnel vision, guys.
What's the second?
They just finished.
Copy.
They got held up because of the fire.
Contact southeast. Contact 139.
He's dead.
Paul, if you want, you should be good.
Paul, if you're nearby, I need a stitch.
He's to my north. I'm pushing past him. Hey Swenson, they're breaching
2-2, we
those
did take
buildings.
contacts around that south corner you're looking.
Can we
Say again?
can we just fucking danger cross this so that we can get to the other side? Because they're already on the other side, Swenson.
We're hanging a right here. They're gonna
Two
push.
times contacts. Enemies
on the
down
left.
along the south road from the embassy.
Copy.
2-1, how do we want to play this? I'm 2 streets over.
Yeah, copy. We're gonna just continue down this MSR. Heavy contacts south if you want to push up past that intersection, and then we'll link up with you and follow blue route.
I'm gonna say this once. Get 180 up now.
Manzelberger, Schuster, Hearts, you are all looking the same fucking direction.
Be advised, our contacts north to the rear, northwest.
4-1, are you guys able to move?
This is 4-1, currently picking our wounded up. Should be ready to move in 2 mics.
Minutes to pick somebody up? Come on.
Who's in pain? Is that you, Robertson?
Yeah, probably.
Stand by.
2-2, are you crossing?
Yeah, I'm working. Yeah.
Oh, you 9 painkillers on you already.
Delicious.
Doc, Schuster can use the stitch if you get it.
Who's that?
Schuster.
Coming.
Thanks, Doc.
Oh, let's go.
That friendly smoke?
2-2, did you throw that white smoke or was that the enemy?
Was that Alpha?
Luckily, enemy.
Yeah,
2-2 says it
not seeing
wasn't them.
shit.
Oh, wonderful. Hey.
This is 412. We're moving.
Hey, get
south,
ready for them to push, because
from where we started.
if they're throwing smoke, that means they're close.
Between the two barricaded streets.
Keep eyes on that.
2-2, it's possible we took smoke. Fuck was that?
Throw frags that way. Throw frags that way.
So you know, 4-1 is no
Alright, hook it, let's go. 2-2's one's gonna hook around to the west.
Let Bravo
We're
go
taking
first.
those,
Keep pushing.
we're going west and south. Follow the wall south.
Bravo go first, then reserve. Make sure we got all of our sectors of fire covered.
Take a left, take a left, take a left.
Pull that corner down the fucking alley.
South.
Right hand side of the road moving south. Make sure we get our sectors
Don't
of fire
push too
covered.
far. Let 2-2 catch up. 2-1 set 2-2 if you want to follow us. RPG.
Shed on the west side.
Copy. 2-1's gonna push into this shit.
2-1, map, we're entering the northeastern entrance to the shade.
Heavy contact to the west and southwest. Unable to pull back at this time.
I've got a frag going out west.
Alpha, you're in the right.
Got a man down here.
Got the west covered.
Yep, you cover that side, I cover this side.
I got my teams moving down south. Trying to down line with you.
Schuster's KIA.
Fuck.
Copy. 2-2. We're just taking heavy fire from the shanty town. I've got my teams kind of pushing in and clearing it.
Can I get you to move up?
There you go.
Correct.
Juicy's back up. What the fuck? Did I change my radio? Right behind you.
There we go. We're over here.
Go past me. Let's go.
Okay, come on.
Keep going.
Moving.
I'm set.
Moving.
Alpha,
What's your status?
Right here. By the road. Stop pushing so far into the town. Move more to the east. By the road.
Right.
That's a Mascaz on the other side of the road. Did that frag?
position.
Move him into the building.
Tracking back. I'm taking point security.
Do you have a mass cast?
2-2 has a mass cast.
Move him inside.
Alright. Keep pushing back, keep pushing back. That's too exposed. They don't have that cross yet.
Copy.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're
it's
gonna
just
move around to cover your west.
Okay.
Apollo, I need you on Roberts.
Hart, stay over here. Actually, we need you over here. We got a casualty over here. Find out where the casualty is over here.
CCP at 066116 in a garage.
Bounce, can I get you on this corner?
Biggs, if you're not working on somebody, get out.
Alright, CLS, take care of Roberts and Filbert's in a fucking corner.
Hearts, go find a casualty.
Southeast.
Hearts, go find a casualty.
Okay.
Copy 4-1.
I'm working on Guevara right now.
Alpha at contact to the southeast. He's down.
Engage contact southeast. He is down.
Guevara, no one Fuck, Connor is dead.
Everybody calm the fuck down.
Car got turned over and it fucked me. It fucked with me. 1 second.
Santa Cruz, this is perfect. Keep front security out that way. I'm gonna cover our.
I don't know. I've been dead, I think, 9 times.
I've got our 6
Jeffries, that was
north.
lag. I cleared you on my screen.
Who's behind me?
Alright. Well, yeah, 2-1 Apollo's north of
Alright,
us, just
Guevara is
standing in a
almost
corner.
bandaged. He's
responding.
going to need blood.
Swinson.
Yeah.
What's up?
He had to go AFK.
Copy.
Starting, I'm doing surgery. It's 50 seconds. If
Who's
you can
behind?
give him blood, we could probably get him up back up in the
Whoever's
fight
behind me,
for
take in front of me.
a minute.
Hey, Doc, call.
Peek right.
We're set up on the intersection 2-1.
Peek right.
All squads, let's get a tally. You guys want to
Go left.
continue, keep pushing, or you want to call it?
2-1. It is time. It's up to you. Do we want to keep moving, or do you want to call it?
You guys want to keep on pushing? You guys want to call it?
Realistically, how much time would it take to actually clear what's left?
I'll probably say call it because how our frames is right now, and we had so many downs now.
Starting towards you, so that was mostly for performance sake.
Copy. Most of 2-1 is saying to call it.
Alright, we'll call it.
Right, 2-1, condition 4.
Condition for you.
2-2, condition 4.
Index. Let's just get the casualties back up.
Oops, never mind.
No.
Log it up.
I just teleported into a house.
Wait, we just forgot about Connor?
Yeah, Pacer, don't worry about it. We're gonna get a Z-Seal here.
I'm just
Oh, there we are.
There you go.
There you are.
Jesus Christ, I am so sorry, Tutu. I fucked up real bad today.
Dude, you're good. You set up a CCQ and I called for it. I appreciate it.
No, the issue is more that first double casualty where I got fucking lost and then ended up lone wolfing into the embassy. CTAT was telling me where you guys were, but it wasn't telling me with enough detail, so I
All
just
I know is I
kind of
got
kept
up.
going.
Lock it up.
Immediately got shot again.
Lock
I
it
got
up.
up. I accidentally made a super play.
Shut
get
the
shot
fuck
again.
up.
So, bounce a little hectic, huh? Hi. Alright, yeah, let's try to rein it in a little bit. Communication was pretty decent. There was a few times that you guys got a little separated. Overall movement seemed pretty good. We started breaking down a little bit when you guys got to Objective Hydra there. I know 2-2, you guys kind of got split up. I think you had some forces get lost going around the compound while some of you went and cleared that little military camp and back. A few people went into the villa itself and got a little disconnected. Other than that, rear security was a little spotty, but after we probed it a couple times, you guys seemed to kind of get the point a little bit, make sure someone was watching the rear. I know a few casualty situations at the beginning kind of opened up your security as well, and you guys didn't really have anyone covering the rear there. Moving into out of Objective Hydra, and once you guys kind of consolidated, did seem to get a little bogged down. That shanty town is a nightmare. A lot of tight corners, a lot of close areas for people to lay down. I know Schuster, you got absolutely annihilated by a guy that was just laying between two houses or two shacks there when you ran across. So yeah, you guys want to flow, but again, slow is smooth is fast. You don't want to blindly cross stuff when you don't have someone to cover your other angles when you're pushing through. Other than that, on the casualties, let's make sure we try and remain calm. Screaming or yelling isn't going to help anyone understand the situation or get a grasp of what's going on. Try to keep things calm and collected. If you need to take a second to think, do it. Just don't delay. Making a decision is generally better than no decision at all. On that too, let's not bunch up on all the casualties as much. Let the docs handle it and get everyone else out on security and out of that building if we can. Yeah, the Ion guys were a little iffy. The headless client broke. I did have them set to hostile, but only to return fire if fired upon. So as they slowly got engaged by you guys, they slowly became hostile. Gunny.
Your movements were pretty good. I'm not going to reiterate anything the lieutenant said. Movements were pretty good. Your security started breaking down, especially for the elements that weren't pushing. If you were holding, I constantly probed you. Basically, I was coming in from the sides and from the rear to make sure everyone was covering their sectors. I found that lacking several times until I would usually fire near you, and then if someone didn't get on me pretty quickly, I'd just pop you in the leg. So all of you guys that took leg shots, that's probably me, because a lot of these guys had bolt action rifles. But make sure you're maintaining that security. That's on you fire team leaders and you squad leaders. If you're not moving, walk your lines and make sure that your guys are covering their sectors. I know it's real interesting when there's a bunch of firefight looking up front, but that don't mean every gun should be pointed that direction. Just check that, but otherwise you guys move through really quickly. Your actual clearing of the individual buildings that you did clear was really good. Other than that, you had guys maneuvering from all directions. You guys are really good about picking up the movement and taking those guys out pretty quickly. That's all I had, sir.
Roger. All right, 2-1.
Nothing that you haven't already covered.
2-2.
Nope, you covered everything. That was good.
4-1.
Biggest thing is please, when somebody calls up that they're covering an area from a building, tell your team members that we did have an incident on Blue where one of my guys by a friendly.
Yeah, we'll address that.
Thank you for one. I missed that one. I did not see that. All right. I think Holiday, you had a comment, but
yeah,
we'll hold that for a second here. Doc Hall, you got anything?
No, nothing you didn't already cover.
Roger. And Adler, do you have anything? You were kind of drone in the sky, so you were watching a lot of the maneuvers from the drone.
Nothing I could really say anything bad about, or anything that hasn't already been covered. Thank you, Lieutenant.
Roger. Holiday.
My only comment is Ion didn't actually fire on us. What did fire on us from Ion was a single 50 cal gunner, at which point we returned fire and then they started engaging.
The rest of them were still return fire only if engaged. Again, that was a bit of an issue from the apparent headless client crash. I had them all set to only return fire, and I missed that guy when I was trying to reset them because when that headless client crashed, it reset all of their postures. So apologies on that, but honestly, sending you guys in to clear that and deal with them was, kind of the point of the curveball anyway.
Cool.
All right. Any other questions or comments? All right. Gunny, you have any other announcements?
Just get your ARs to me so I can get my platoon training report done. Make sure you look over your ARs before you submit them to me. I don't want to have to keep making corrections. You guys should be looking that over. If you need to, have your 2IC look it over if you need a second set of eyes. I would like to see 2ICs write some of these and have the squad leaders, ASLs, or you can pick one of your fire team leaders to write your AAR and then submit it to you, and you can submit it to me. I want everyone in this platoon to be familiar with the general paperwork you have to do at the next level up from you. Because sooner or later, you're going to have to do that. I don't want it to be totally alien. But I had nothing else, sir.
Roger. All right. Great job tonight, guys. Archer 2 dismissed.
Hoorah.
Yeah.
What's an AAR? And how do I fill that out?
User left your channel.
User left your channel. Okay, thanks.
That's one of the great things about being a Corvid. You have very little paperwork that you have to do.
Alright.
Channel switched.
I am actually so surprised I did not go down the whole damn time.
I went down 2 times just trying to get back to you guys.
Man, is there anything I have to do for that?
Hey again?
User joined your
Hello?
channel.
What's your question?
He's
still an acre.
User was moved out of your channel. User joined your channel.
I moved him back. I think he was still an acre.
Yeah, he was.
Not to be greedy. What else?
All right, we'll get started without him. Couple of takeaways from tonight. It was my bad for not pointing out 4-1's position. Prior to that, I was dealing with some stuff. I'll take the hit on that one. But with that said, PID, even if you had known they were there, it's easy to get turned around in a urban environment. And so, don't just shoot the first thing that moves. Make sure you PID. Saw a lot of tunnel vision tonight. If we were taking contact from one direction, a lot of guns turned that way and they stayed that direction. That's what sector coverage is for. If if the guy next to you needs help, he will call for it, at which point you can turn to assist in that. But as soon as that contact is eliminated, you need to return to your sector. At one point, like I called out, it was like 4 guns all facing south, and there was nothing facing off to our flanks. I know 2-2 was in there, but we were continuously taking shots from the rooftop.
User was moved to your channel.
We were taking shots from that embassy rooftop. There were contacts coming through on the north side, kind of between us and 4-1. So watch that tunnel vision, and then pace rather. There were a couple times we were moving pretty quick. When we start moving, point guy is going to be watching point, but second and third guy in the line, they're going to be looking off to the side. And if you don't see that other squad next to you, you need to tell your point guy. If I haven't already told him to slow down, you need to say, hey, there's nobody parallel with us. We need to stop or slow down at least, right? To allow that other squad to get online with us. There were a couple of times we took casualties and took shots because we overexposed ourselves and there was no supporting asset across from us on the road. So make sure the pace is in line with the rest of the platoon, not the pace that you want to hi-ho silver your way through. But with that said, I heard a lot of contact reports. I heard a lot of good coordination team at the team level in terms of pointing out contacts and eliminating contacts. CLS was great tonight. I know we took a lot of casualties, but we didn't really have many go KIA that I'm aware of, maybe 1 or 2. And so that brings me to my last point. If I go down, if Rose goes down or isn't here like he was tonight, if all the fire team leaders go down, I don't want a fill-in stepping up for the squad. I appreciate you, Robbie, for taking that on, but that does nothing to train you guys. So, if all of the leadership is down, I carry all of my 152s in my backpack. I know Rose does. Fire team leaders, make sure you're carrying your 152s in the backpack. If all of the leadership goes down, I want somebody from this squad grabbing that radio, stepping up for the squad on Platoon Net. I know it can be scary. Trust me. The first time you do it, you're going to feel like you've got cotton mouth and you can't think straight, but you just got to do it. Because once you do it once, the second time gets easier. And after that, it's not too bad. So that is all I've got. We'll go Alpha and then Bravo.
Just a big thing is don't get tunnel vision, and panicking does nothing. Yelling does nothing. Take a second to breathe. It was getting to the point where I couldn't think from how chaotic everything was going, and that I can say that's never happened to me before. So that it was bad tonight. So let's just try to focus on staying calm when bullets start flying over our heads, because panicking literally just makes it worse for leadership because there's just too much going on. That's all I got.
Bravo.
This is coming from a personal mistake I made when I went KIA. If you are going to push up because you notice there are too many people, stacked up on the wall with you, take a buddy with you and make sure you both are clearing slow, smooth as fast. I went too fast.
I saw you get mowed down, man. I'm sorry. I was trying to tell you to slow up, and then you got AK-47 right up the gut.
I was taking contact to the front, and I was trying to back up behind the wall, and people were so close to me that I couldn't get back into cover. So I was like, fuck it, we're pushing forward. And then I got sawed in half. So I should have told someone I was moving that way and took someone with me. That's on me.
All right, general comments from the floor.
Yeah, sorry about the blue on blue. In my mind, there were shots coming from over there, so in my mind, someone was engaging Bravo from over there, so I got a little trigger happy and didn't PID, and I should have. Sorry.
All good. That's what training's for. Any other comments, questions from the floor? Okay. Yeah, said it. Go ahead.
Yeah, not necessarily a question, more of a comment. Upon entering I believe it was a police objective of the police building, after clearing it, I completely forgot whether we were supposed to mark it with the multiple green X's or not. Is that the case in this exercise?
If anytime we're in Mount, definitely use spray paint. Typically that's going to be your fire team leader doing that because, the rest of you guys are going to be moving on to the next building. He's going to be trailing up behind.
Copy.
But if you find that you've cleared a building and there's no one there to mark it, then yes. 1 green X if it's clear with no hostile, or 2 green X's if there were hostiles inside that you eliminated.
Copy. There was also a point where we were taking shots from the embassy. I believe that's when they started laying down fire on us, and we were all sort of lined up against a wall facing the east, but the wall was to our west, embassy being to our east. And I noticed that there was like one machine gunner with like a box mag that's laying us down. I wasn't sure if at that point if they were friendly or not. Obviously they weren't, so I just took the shot. I don't know if that was a good call or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you talking about that 50 cal?
There was 150 cal, and then there was one guy with like looked like a 249 or something to that effect.
Yeah, I mean, if they're engaging you or friendlies, or presenting, an imminent hostile threat, to you or or friendlies, yeah, absolutely take it out.
Copy.
Anybody
That's
else?
it for me.
All right, fire team leaders, AARs to me as soon as you can, so I can get the report into Gunny so that he can submit his within 24 hours. Attendance tonight, and we have an operation on a week from today on the 3rd. The check-in should be posting for that on the Archer 2 Discord at some point on Wednesday. Yeah, that's all I've got. You are free to break it down.
Oh, from my channel.
User left
Hall,
your
if you're
channel.
dismissed if you want to, if you don't want to come.
User left your channel. User left your channel.
I'll tag along.
User left your channel. Channel switched. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Alrighty, guys. Overall, good job. I'm proud of you, Manzenberger. Good job, good sir. You continue to impress me more and more. You answered Gunny's questions well. I know that you know the answers when he says non-NCOs and he opens to the floor. I want you to talk, big dog. I want you to make Alpha look good. I want you to make me look good. Come on now.
Hell yeah. No, I just didn't want to be the only guy talking, you know?
Make it. No. If Gunny's tired of you, he would let you know. Just always, because trust me, that's a good thing. You want Gunny to know that you know these things. Don't feel like you're the only guy talking.
Yeah, they're not gonna pick on you in the future if you do that too.
Yes, that's the main thing. Just like let them know that you have that knowledge, and like whenever he says open to the floor, like non-NCO, and you know it, speak right up. Like just it shows that number one, it shows them that you actually like are paying attention and actually putting forth a good effort to understanding the knowledge, and it also shows them that you're good leadership material because you do as you're told type thing. It's just good things to do, and I know that you know it because you've read the fucking SOP. But
hell yeah.
But good job. It wasn't really much of you guys panicking. It was more of 2-2 and some of the FNGs, but it's bound to happen. It was just tonight was really fucking bad. Like I don't know about you guys, but it was to the point where I couldn't fucking think for a moment. It was just so much going on, so much trying to process with people talking and radios and shit. It was just like, calm the fuck down, guys. Jesus Christ.
And plus on top of the lag.
Yeah, I'll definitely put that in the comments for the AAR that servants that definitely server issues played a part in the role of, I would say, the not subpar, but the off feeling performance tonight, I'll say. But I think our team communication was good. Don't be scared that you're talking too much, especially when we're in constant firefights. If you're talking too much, I will let you know. In mount, don't feel like you have to use the radio unless if we're MCON. Go just normal talking and just communicate. Say what you're doing. Say hey, I got this security. I don't care if you guys are talk too much. That's not a thing for me. As long as you're mission oriented talking, Hearts is saying I'm watching point, and then Manzenberger saying, all right, I got this 45, and then I'm saying, all right, I got rear, and then Hall's saying that he's got the rear 45. That's good. That is good communication. That is not talking too much. So just keep that up. I actually want more. I want everyone on the same page of what we're doing. That's something that I'm trying to work on, as well as FTL is passing every single thing that squad lead passes to me. I'm gonna pass down to you guys from now on. Every single thing. It doesn't matter how minute it is. I'm gonna do my best to do it because I want everyone on the same page of what's going on. If that makes sense.
And I'm gonna add on to that. Another thing, don't be shy to tell Christian or Swanson to move out of the way to get out of that point in position. Okay, they're more important. They need to get that out of that danger zone.
Right, that was going to be my comment.
Yeah, as you heard me when we were right there at that point, we had whatever they were called next to us, that 50 cal shot at us. I told Swanson to get the hell out of the way. You're more important. You get behind us.
Right.
But just don't be shy to tell Christian or Swanson to move. Get out of the way.
Will do. I guess, yeah, that was one of my comments, and then my question was about sort of the breakdown in watchfulness. So we were at that intersection. There's that long alleyway to our south, and then we had friendlies appear to our east. So it looked like the friendlies were completely occupying the area to our east. And then the compound had already been cleared. So I guess I was getting tired of watching our guys walking back and forth across my point of view. I wanted to see something more interesting. So that was, that was the incorrect thing, right? Like I should have just kept watching.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like, you really can't. Like, if there was that much separation between our squads, we we can kind of mutually support each other, but we can't verbally like communicate like what's going on, if that makes sense. So in that case, it's always best to keep your security, because I know when we were doing the platoon training, like when you said like you have to trust each other. When you're just a squad, that goes out the window. You have to keep your security. So when we're against that wall, that means we have to have 180 security, to whatever direction we're facing. And that's just how it goes. I know that like kind of it's not the best view in the house, but
Hell yeah.
that's
All right.
it's just how it goes when we're in squad. Now when it's platoon, you're more apt to you can have a little bit more freedom of where you're looking, because you don't have to have as big of a space to look.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that was my big burning question there.
I hope it was a good enough answer.
Yeah, it clears up. Hell yeah, dude.
Does anyone have any question, comments, or concerns?
Just
Nothing.
Christensen, just if you feel like you're, up in front, like don't be afraid to yell at us. Like we are there to be in front.
And so again, it's a bad habit, but I like leading from the front. But it's all, I have to, reel back a little bit. But
Right,
sometimes
hell yeah.
in Mount, it's just how it flows. I know because I was the first one to get down by that 50 cal when we fucking made entry to the embassy. That was a grand old time.
Right, and I backed up like, I don't know, 5-10 yards, and I'm trying to find it. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for
I
it, and then it
didn't.
downed me too.
I didn't see it, and we were holding security for like a good 2 minutes before we broke, so it had to be pretty hidden somewhere.
Right.
But
yeah.
Is it
I looked for a second. I'm like, I can't see it, so I tried to sprint to cover, and that's when it killed me.
Yeah, the 50 will get you. Is it Hall or Hail?
Hail.
Hail. Okay.
That's always confusing. I was a corpsman in this platoon with Hall as well, so
That's
I never knew who they were trying to talk to.
Right, Hall or Hail. Thank you for filling in.
Yeah, of course.
You're always more than welcome to fill in with 2-1. We love to have anyone and everyone. I hope you had a good time. I hope you weren't completely lost. I hope I did a good enough job for you to enjoy your experience here.
Oh, you're good, man. Honestly, I'm a little rusty when it comes to mount with GCE, so I'm trying. I have to reteach myself. How to do mount with you guys.
You're good, brothers. With these trainings before, maybe you could have joined us, Doc. It's always a blast. All right, with that, gentlemen, unless if you guys want to stick around, you guys are dismissed. And I will talk to you guys. There is a planning meeting Wednesday. If you guys are interested, feel free to stop by. It's literally just planning meeting for the operations. It's nothing too fancy. It's no worries. It's something that if you do get to higher leadership, like FTL or squad leader, it's strongly recommended that you attend those. If you like, seeing the planning beforehand, just to be a fly on the wall, go ahead and come.
Hell yeah.
Thing is, I would. It's just I have a hurricane fixing to hit around Tuesday night to Wednesday.
You're good, brother. You take your safety.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you check in and the 15th Discord. It's the IRL emergency check-in. Make sure you check in afterwards.
I will try as quick if our power don't go out.
Do you want a link? Because I will be checking in on that.
Okay. Because how it is, because right now it's a Category 1 hurricane, and if it does hit some good, warm, hotish water out there in the Gulf, it may strengthen up, so just to beware.
So afterwards, I want you to check in there. Is that understood, Hearts?
Yeah, that's understood.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I know where it's at. That emergency check-in. Holy shit! If I can get my damn English out.
And I did post it in the TeamSpeak channel, and it is it's just in the normal quarter deck on the 15th Discord.
Yeah, I see it.
But yeah, I'm glad that you joined, Taylor. It was nice to have you. Glad that you stuck around. After you DC'd, I was like, huh, I wonder if he's gonna try to come back.
It was bad, dude. I didn't have more than 2 FPS
Oh,
until I completely restarted my game.
Oh, bro, people were T-posing for me. It was great.